Still nothing. Ah.
And go for everything again. Trust me.
Interesting
yeah,
looking
I
screen.
don't know if you saw, Jack, could you mod me in the chat?
Not yet.
Just in case we get any ne'er-do-wells.
It says waiting for wait.
I'm
Oh,
on.
there we go.
Yes.
I think we're here.
About a minute. Oh, Twitch is working.
Oh, Twitch is
Yeah,
working,
it's because
isn't
of
it?
the bitrate. I
Really
think that was
working.
the issue. I tried to put up too high a bitrate.
Sick.
So hopefully now we should be on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
on
we're both there.
All right. YouTube's fine. So.
Yeah. Fantastic. I think we're good to go. Obviously, first instance, apologies. We had a bit of a technical glitch, bit of a technical error, which didn't happen in our sort of test recording a couple of days ago. So apologies for that. Hopefully now everything is all golden. If it happens again, we'll just have to go back to the drawing board. But for now, I think we'll just start as if it never happened, kind of.
Yeah, easiest way to solve it.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Right, we'll take care of all this in the editing. You won't see this.
What editing?
Not when we're streaming.
So in that case, we'll make a fresh start. My name is Phil. I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign. We will be running Rime of the Frostmaiden, Icewind Dale. Very good campaign in this. You can get these from all your good hobby bookshops and all those kind of things.
Sponsorships now or later?
Not sure.
Will you get a cut, right?
Yeah. So we ran a previous campaign that lasted for about 2 years or so. Everyone pretty much played D&D whilst the world went weird. And Dave, if you would like to give us some context, if you would like to explain that campaign to us.
Yeah. So we started playing, about 2-ish years ago-ish. We started with not Icewind Dale. We started with Waterdeep Dragon Heist, where the party had to go and find the money that was missing. We
Love
started
that
at level
campaign.
1, went through all that. Unfortunately, Greg wasn't there for that, but went through all that.
The part where they all got rich. I missed that one.
So your character was hungry for success.
And he failed miserably.
He
We
was.
did Team of the Mad Mage, did some dungeoneering, went underneath Mount Waterdeep, got to have some fun stuff in Skullport. Then did my own stuff afterwards to about level 14, where you were venturing around. You had to stop a coalition of the bad deities that have all kind of screwed over your previous characters. Then you stopped their massive ritual. And then after that, we did like a time skip, little short campaign where you were level 20. So you got to be level 20. And then you fought and killed Bao. Or at least
just about
that version, yeah.
It did not go smoothly.
No.
I remember Meteor Shower being the highlight of that reel.
Yeah, gods are strong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Meteor Shower, and then Baal just going, "Thank you, that tickles."
Yeah.
You killed all the shades for me, just according to plan.
Yeah, it turns out that was a mistake. Oh well.
You knew the god of murder.
It's my 9th level, my 1/9 level.
Yeah, god of murder wants people to murder. Who would have thought that would be the case? But yeah, that's basically what we've done. So quite experienced together playing as a group. But this time I am a player and Phil's going to be our DM. So I guess we'll do what we did last time. And if you introduce your characters in the previous one, because some of our new characters relate to the old ones. I guess I'll introduce my character for this one first while I'm still talking. So I'm going to be playing Quinn Fairkettle in this Icewind Dale campaign. I am a Twilight Cleric. I'm going to forget it this time. My deity is Shantae, and the usual kind of harvesty agricultural things that come with that. So my character grew up in Waterdeep, She's the niece of Bronxley Fairkettle, who's a minor character in Dragon Heist, who works with the Fellowship of Innkeepers. There's kind of the go-between between there and Trollskull Manor, like the pub that's in that game. Yeah, she grew up there, wanted to join the family business, do all the kind of innkeeping, kind of hospitality work. So she went to learn how to make beer in the Golden Goat Brewery, which is in the Golden Fields kind of agricultural massive farm complex near Waterdeep. That's also abbey to
Cultural massive.
yeah, we feed the North. That's what we do. We supply everyone with food and beer. It's a great place. But once, when she was studying there to do the brewery, she made a offering at a harvest festival to Shantae, and she then received a vision of harvesting and like agriculture, fields, orchards, all the business up in the north in like the frozen wasteland. So she saw this as a divine vision from Shantae to bring agriculture up into the frozen north. So she finished doing brewery stuff, went to do a clerical training, became a cleric, and she's gone up to Icewind Dale. She's been there for about 20 years ish, working in the Goodmead Brewery, which is the only real brewery in the 10 towns. And yeah, she wants to try and find stuff that can grow up there to fulfill Chante's vision. Cool. Yeah, he wants to go next.
Good, amazing.
Go for it. So in the last campaign, and I'm Don Hayes, by the way, also known as Jack. My character in the last campaign was Calazar Elduin. He was a male warlock, who I had a hell of a lot of fun playing. He was the one who instigated the fight with the cultist of Baal, based on some rather kind of being incorporated into the cultist clan of Baal unknowingly when he was younger, and basically fought his way out of that, retreated or ran away to Waterdeep, where his campaign begins. Yeah, basically his whole campaign was trying to fight Baal and kill his mentor, who basically forced him into the cult of Baal, Falagar, which was quite fun. Some interesting moments with that. And in this campaign, I have decided to stick with the Elduin estate and play his daughter. So I'm playing the character Emilia Elduin. So in Emilia is essentially the daughter of Lady Asili Rosnar, who's the Black Viper in the Heist of Waterdeep, and the legendary hero of Waterdeep for our first campaign, which is Calazar Elduin. She's essentially just fed up of being her father's daughter, and has set off to Icewind Dale following numerous reports of failed trade routes going to and from Icewind Dale and the Elduin estate. Emilia essentially set off from her home in Waterdeep to investigate the trade routes, but also to make a name for herself and to step out of her father's shadow. She's like just sick of everyone being known as, oh, you're Calazar's daughter, or you're, the daughter of the Black Viper. She's just like done with that. She needs to make her own name in the world. And so the trade route issue in Icewind Dale essentially is the perfect chance and opportunity for her to make her own adventure. And that's pretty much my character. The rest you will discover in game, hopefully.
Cool.
Oh, amazing stuff. If you would like to go tell us a bit about yourself and what you're playing, Greg.
Hi, I am Greg. I run the channel and the Twitch and everything else, Egregious Games, where we talk about games and sometimes make them. As for the last campaign, I was playing Vitharil Chrysos, the chosen Dragonborn of the Drukar tribe. He was named the Gilded Dragonborn. Every 100 years or so, a Gilded Dragonborn is born. He's a bronze Dragonborn, but has these gold patterns, kind of markings on him, and was gifted with sort of greater sorcerer power. So he showed up in Waterdeep. As aforementioned, I missed Dragon Heist. I wasn't part of that. bit, but I came in, I completed the party. I was that magic ingredient that they needed. And a little like me at times, Vithara was very, very full of himself. He was raised in this way where he was continually told, "You're the chosen one. You're this incredibly special person." Um, Although he was aware that some in the tribe also feared him, not all of the gilded dragonborn used their power as well. Over the course of the campaign, he got revenge on his part of the Sinister Six, a necromancer who'd killed his previous party, and founded a religion. Turns out it was Asgaroth himself, the world shaper and creator of the multiverse, who had marked him at birth. So he ended up becoming a cleric of Asgaroth. Wasn't great at it, but he's certainly good at selling the religion kind of thing. Managed to make the religion very well known using his charismatic powers of persuasion. And that is where we get our name. The Worldshaper Games is named after the Order of the Worldshaper, the religion that he founded. And in fact, when we skipped forward to the days before the final confrontation with Baal, the way that Kalazar managed to convince Vitharil to come on board and join the fight with Baal, Vitharil made a deal and basically said, "Listen, I will help you kill Baal if, when we kill him, I'm the one who killed him. You understand? It was me, and you tell everyone that it was me who killed him." That is now canonical. We cannot argue. Vitharo Chrysos is officially and truthfully the one who killed Baal. No lies, no propaganda, it's the truth. He single-handedly killed Baal with that meteor storm.
There
And
might be one
sealed
person in the
his-
party who may know the truth, or may not.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Ooh.
But one truth is that he did then use his wish spell that he had never used before. He learned it, never knew what he wanted to use it for. He used that wish spell to seal Baal's essence away so that there would not be another god of murder for hopefully some time. But enough about Betharel. Who am I playing this campaign? I am playing Zufira Snowbeard. She is a dwarf of the Snowbeard clan. Kind of an old traditional, basically your typical dwarven clan. They like a lot of tradition, all that kind of shit. They have a big extended family. Zufira doesn't really like the whole social obligations thing. She doesn't like remembering 100 names. She doesn't like going to gatherings. She doesn't like the obligations and who are you going to marry, etc. She likes going out in the wild and finding plants and shit. So due to events that I won't go into right now, Zufira has decided to leave Icewind Dale, and she is traveling south with other members of the party. I will pass over to you, Levi.
Hi, I'm Levi. Also known as Killjoy. Weirdly enough, the only person who doesn't have their name underneath, but I quite like that. It's a bit different. So yeah, I'm one of the people that run the engineering bay, which I do a lot of gaming and opinion piece content over there. If you're interested in that stuff, but we're not here to talk about that. We're talking about our last campaign. I played Zyru of the Thundergoth clan, who was a dragonborn monk, who was essentially he had a lot going on in his life. He had something stolen from him. He actually had a couple things stolen from him, but he went off on adventures. He got not kicked out of his town. He left before these things could happen to him, and he was essentially the funny man of the team. He was the one keeping everyone happy, kind of like the leader. I think that's how I remember it anyway. But essentially, Zyru was this fun monk character who, was kind of the foil to Vifaro. They were kind of like, Zyru was trying to teach him manners, and Vifaro was like, "No, I don't need this." So it was
He had manners. Fucking monkey boy was just.
He had no manners. Like, Zyru literally had to keep him grounded. So, probably the most impressive thing I did was kill Bao. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. Like, I think I punched my fist through his face and he died.
Yeah.
And they will remember it differently, but that's okay. But yeah, essentially, this time I am playing, in this new campaign, a half-elf fighter by the name of Cassius von Deuce. And Cassius is essentially, he has his father, who is a high-ranking officer in the Neverwinter. That's where he was born, in Neverwinter's army, and then his mother, I can never pronounce this. That's why I went with this name, Solusa Iliana. So we had Jonathan, and then Solusa Iliana, who is the elf, who essentially where he grew up mainly in the Neverwinter woods with his mother, who was a wizard. So he has a bit of background and understands magic. He's not technically magical right now, but he understands magic. And when he got to sort of, come of age, sort of 18, 19, 20, that kind of age, he went back to the city with his father to essentially train in the ways of like a fighter, or be part of the army. And some things, keep hidden for now. An event happens which causes Cassius to essentially become like, with his father, become like the quartermaster of that particular army. And essentially Cassius has a very good knowledge of weapons. Like, he knows like when it's well crafted and stuff, or at least he's been learning about weapons a lot about that. So he has an interest in it, in terms of like materials used and made. And for him personally, like he has his favorite types of weapons and all that. But essentially, after doing this for a bit, he is up and ready to leave. He is very inquisitive in nature, and essentially set off to find adventure, find people that were like him, in the sense of like, who wanted to go and help people or find money, just essentially do things that were interesting, because he realizes he's going to have a long life. He's got elven blood, so he wants to be that, and he's always been seen as an outsider. So he just kind of does what he wants, but in in a way that isn't going to necessarily mess too many people up. But yeah, and essentially Cassius heard about these things going on in Icewind Dale, has been there for a couple of months, and has been looking to like either help people or find out what's going on in the current climate, but currently is not having much luck. No one's really talking to him. He's finding people a bit weird. So he's technically on his way out. Like, he's like, you know what? I've given up trying to figure out what's going on here. I will go and look elsewhere and hopefully have better luck somewhere else. And one thing to know about Cassius is he has his family weapon with him, which essentially is a level 1 whip. He's a fighter with a whip. But his weapon is called Avatar's Tongue. It is a black whip with this emerald green woven into it, and then like basically a sharp blade at the end of it. And it is his pride. It's like what his mum gave to him before he went off on these adventures. And the whip itself has like properties, but just imagine it's a level 1 whip. It just looks way cooler than a level 1 whip. But his preferred weapon is a whip, and he is very well
Made
versed
out
with
of
that.
a nice material like latex, or
Yeah, basically. So that's what Cassius is doing. He's currently thinking about leaving Icewind Dale. Essentially, he's on his way out.
And
weird thing to give your son.
back along in Dave's campaign, I played an elf called Cynic. Some of you may remember such fond times as when I was turned into a fish and managed to hang up the Warhammer with Elven inscribed messages in it. How would you explain Cynic if you were to sum him up in a couple of words?
Coward, absolute coward.
Really?
Good with a wand of webs. Very handy with a wand of webs. Great at knowing where his AoEs will land.
Yeah. He was all right.
He was crap.
He's good with a bow.
He came from
He was
a
good with a bow.
family. He was good with a bow, yes. It's one of his redeeming qualities, probably. He came from a family in a wood called the Bringewood, from the Dalif clan, and he set out into the world to prove himself. Sort of kill a monster, bring it back, that kind of thing, to prove oneself. He fell in with these guys and managed to, save the day a couple of times and get into various mischief and trouble along the way. So that's all good fun. But now we're up in the frozen north in Icewind Dale, and if we've done and said everything we need to, we will carry on into the campaign.
Yes.
Crack on.
Yeah.
So, for you, Jack,
Yes.
or Emilia,
Mhm.
you are trudging through the snow. You are up in the mountains, passing over the spine of the world, and it's very cold, it's very windy, unusually windy for this time of the year. It is summer, it's May. Yeah, so towards the end of May, it is, let's say, the 28th. Why not? And up in these mountains, it just seems much more unusually cold. You may have gotten wind of trade routes being disrupted over the last year or so, heavily disrupted. Pretty much one of the reasons why you're coming up. And then, about halfway through this trip, when you think you're in the middle of the mountain range, and you might think one more horizon to go over, and then you'll be past them. Not far now, surely. You start to see a group of 3 people approach you, and at this distance, even though it's windy and snowing, visibility is relatively poor. You start to see 3 figures approach you. You gauge that they're, trying to make it down south compared to you going up north.
Mhm.
And then for the other 3 of you, you start to see a figure off in the distance and gradually get closer. And then you make out that is indeed a human walking along the road, walking along the mountain pass. What do you do?
So I will probably carry on walking, kind of look unfazed, but be very ready and on guard. Probably one hand on my elven sword, short sword, just on in case, but probably not too phased by this event. I'll probably just keep on walking, but maybe a little bit slower than I was.
And
Um,
Zufira is probably leading this group of 3, and I'll mention right now because I forgot to mention what she actually looks like. Is that she's a blonde dwarf,
Oh, yeah.
about 4'7", although currently covered by this white cloak.
Oh,
Yeah, I should
okay.
probably describe myself as well. So
Yeah. Everyone
I'm
describe yourselves if you haven't already.
yeah. So I'm a halfling, so I'm like a meter tall, or like just over 3 foot tall. So I'm definitely the shortest of our group. I got a big shield that has Shantae's rose and like wheat symbol that she wears. That the god symbol is that's on the shield. The shield's put on the back. She has a battle axe called Pesticide, and she has a sickle called Harvest. Probably on the belt. She probably has like a hodl bag because she's out here looking for any roots or weeds or pine needles or just something for people to eat. So she's probably like scavenging, foresting kind of stuff. And yeah, she got like a big old cloak, probably a hood up because it's absolutely freezing, and like chainmail underneath.
I guess if you want to know what I look like, I am about 5'10". Currently, what people can see is I've got like a black cloak on that comes down to probably just above where my boots are, brown boots. But underneath, on my back I've got like a wrapped up thing. I won't go into what that is. But
Ooh.
I have underneath my clothes, I have like a white tunic on with like a symbol on it, with the chainmail over the top of it, with also like a painted symbol on it. And like I've got like blonde hair, gold eyes, and like a little blonde goatee. And yeah, I'm kind of walking behind. Like I'm walking for my own reasons, but obviously these people I haven't spoke to them yet or interacted with
Yeah.
them. They're just walking down, and I have no reason to believe like I'm in any danger. I'm leaving. That's as far as I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Other people are on this track.
I think it's probably more like they were just banding together because of the weather
Mm.
and like safety in numbers makes most sense.
sure.
I think with you, Quinn, I think we said we would have exchanged a few words, not really had much conversation, but
Yeah,
more of like, you're heading this way. Let's
yeah.
stick in the group just for
I
numbers and safety's sake.
I probably would like know of your clan or like, because I've been here for a while, so probably like, yeah, we're like locals to this area, so we probably know each other more.
Well, I don't think you would know her clan. I doubt she's name dropped it. Not the kind of thing she would do. She's just been basically traveling south, and
okay.
you would have passed. She would have passed by the town that you ended up leaving.
Yeah,
But she's come
Good
from far in the
Mead's-
north.
Yeah, Good Mead's just above here, so we probably just set off together. So they live in town beforehand.
Would you guys have acknowledged me or said anything to me, or just been like, "That's just a person"?
I don't know if you feel you would have been like, oh, you guys traveling north. Would you like to band together, or would you just be following them like a creeper?
I guess because
I would talk to you. I wouldn't like
Yeah.
just like a random guy.
Yeah, that's fine then.
Just especially like in the middle of like starvation.
Just in the middle of nowhere, there's just
Like-
a guy following us, and we're like, this
Yeah.
is fine.
Well, that's the thing, like, because I probably wouldn't have interacted unless you guys did, just simply based on the fact that I've had nothing but trouble everywhere I've been because of like who I am and what I am.
I'm
so-
all about helping.
Yeah. So if I was walking and you said, would you like, I don't know, whether did you want to help us go down this track or whatever, I'd be like, I would acknowledge you and be
Yeah.
more chatty.
Yeah, I'd certainly see if you have food.
I would have some
If
probably.
you
Some.
have like warmth and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been
I
traveling.
am a good cleric.
Yeah, I would, having been in Icewind Dale for a couple of months, I probably have, decent clothing. I've probably got some like water and some rations and stuff on me. So I'd probably be like, in terms of that stuff, I'm probably okay. I'm just,
Yeah.
like if you, like I said, if you interact with me, I will interact back in a friendly manner. It's just because obviously I got my hood up and stuff at the moment. So, but if you,
Yeah,
if
it's conversations at the train station when the train's delayed.
yeah, that kind of thing. So
We've
yeah.
all been forced together for this one instance in our lives.
yeah, but he would be polite, and just be like, yes,
Not like
I'm.
we're going to ever see each other again. So.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll travel with you. So
Cool. And just for flavour, what Emilia looks like. So she's
Yeah.
4'5". She's human, dark of skin. With you probably wouldn't see her hair actually.
You shorter than the
It's-
dwarf? 4'5".
That's what I put down.
Fair enough.
Very
If I made a mistake, it's just a normal human average size.
Sure, you don't mean 5'5"?
5'5" is average.
5'5" would be about average. 5'4",
I may have
yeah.
made a mistake in what I've written down. I'll go 5'5". Sorry.
I mean, my dwarf is 4'7".
Oh, I think it's meant to be
He's
5'4".
fairly tall for a
I think
dwarf.
it's meant to be 5'4". I think I just put them two way round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's
Yeah,
five.
that'd
Sorry,
be-
that's
I was
5'4".
That's a very
inches.
short human.
She's meant to be just pretty normal, like nothing out
A
of
lot
the
of short
ordinary.
people in this campaign.
But
No
you probably
dragonborn.
won't see her hair outside of the cloak. So she's got like a white cloak on. Most of her armor is leather with furs. Like she's been outfitted specifically for this kind of weather or climate, but nothing too fancy. It's kind of quite basic, but quite nice furs as well. And she carries herself quite well. So she's stands tall, not phased by people in any way. But yeah, she'd probably just carry on making her way towards all three of you. And when she gets sort of within probably 6 or 7 feet, if no one said anything, she may well react to yourselves.
I mean, I'd introduce myself if we're
Okay.
getting in like speaking distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say
10 foot or
Um,
so.
To be
Tell you
fair, we'll
what.
probably being in front would just kind of grunt an acknowledgement, or just look at you but not say anything.
Okay.
just before you're about 10 foot away from each other, before you make that kind of interaction of passing.
Sure.
Dave, if you give me say your name is Quinn, if you give me a perception check as you're still out looking for plants and vegetation.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it again. So I can get better than the 12.
See what you get this
Oh,
time.
I got 4 this time.
You're rolling
Oh,
persuasion.
no.
Oh, this time. Okay, you don't.
You're rolling. Yeah, you're rolling persuasion.
Unfortunately, are you? Oh,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you can keep persuading.
Wouldn't be
people.
much better anyway if it's rolling a 4.
You want
perception.
perception. Hey.
Hey,
Wow.
Exactly the same.
Got a 4 with a +2.
Oh, even better.
Okay. It's been about an
universe times.
hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, and you haven't found anything yet. In
Oh,
fact, it's getting
no.
to be a bit of a pain. You think
Spirit would have been
that-
looking by the road to see if she saw anything on the way because she is a ranger. Would she have? Should I get a roll? Just to see if I
you
turn
can
her up
do.
as a ranger?
She might have told you what she's looking for, actually.
I mean, I do this as a job, but apparently not very well.
Oh, wow.
Still not
If
very
you-
well. The
if
snow
you
is
ask-
just too thick here.
I mean, this is why she was grumbling. It's because she's a bit like now, like is it right? Like we're at the top of a mountain. This is like the worst part. Let's just get through it, you know.
That's true. It's
if
probably
you
not much up
ask-
here.
if you ask, or he probably wouldn't have told you his name unless you asked for it. But if you ask the cloaked man, he may like help you look for things. So if you'd like me to help you look
I
for
mean,
it,
I tell people
Yeah.
why I'm here. I'm not
I'll tell you what
keeping
then.
it a
I
secret.
will because I'll probably be keeping an eye out. So what is it? It's perception, right?
It's
Yeah.
just straight up perception check.
Oh God.
Wow.
You're
Great
really
start to
doing
the
really well.
campaign, everybody. Here we go.
Okay,
Sign
so
of
the
things to come.
snow is
Once again, my
far too
wisdom's
thick
crap.
here. But like I say, you're looking around. You decide to slow down as this stranger passes you or comes close enough. Do you call out? Do you hail? Do you say anything?
I speak definitely.
Vera doesn't.
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
They'd
wind
be
is
like-
picking up all the more.
yeah. Probably just be something along the lines like, "Oh, greetings. Ill fates are north. You sure you should be coming this way?"
Greetings. I am looking for signs of a damaged trade route. I'm here to try and sort a trade route that has been possibly raided or maybe just down to this horrible weather. Either way, don't know if you've come across anything in your travels. I'm heading north.
Hey. Oh, my dear, it's not just the trade routes, the entirety of the north. It's a frozen wasteland. It should be summer. We should be in bloom, but unfortunately the weather is not good. All trade has been hard to come to and from. I'm
I
out here trying to scavenge food at the moment.
see. I had noticed the weather seems particularly bad, although I've never traveled this way before. I just assumed it's always like this.
So no, this is more than the winter time, not
Hmm.
the summer.
I see. Certainly not how I left the city I hail from. That's for
Hmm.
sure.
As you're talking, there is rumbling coming from up in the mountain, like up on the path cuts through the like mountain pass, and you can hear rumbling, and then you can hear it on the other side as well.
Do you hear that?
Everyone, give me a perception check.
I did
Perception.
so well before.
Well, you've got the bad rolls out the way.
Oh dear.
Oh, 13, that's a bit better.
Nice.
I did worse.
That's all of you done, is it?
Perception. Da-da-da-da-da. This one.
We're missing. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's all of us.
Well,
God.
there we go. We're all rolling really
Get-
well.
Get them out.
I
the
got
way now.
13. That did pretty
Okay.
good.
So you, Quinn, you look up in these two directions, and you can see a vast amount of snow making its way with boulders in very quickly coming down.
Avalanche!
certain
Don't shout.
mountains.
I'm going to just shout, yeah, like, avalanche! And just go to, like, move.
Yeah.
I will
Unless
leg it
there's,
and
like,
follow
any
the person
kind
who
of
knows about
shelter.
avalanches.
Yeah.
Explain to me
there
a sec.
Run to right.
Yeah, is there any, like, overhang or something that's
Just the
cable?
path either side. So pick a choice: either go forwards or go back.
I'd go back to
Go
the
north or
town.
go south.
I'd go north.
What looks safest? Like, is there anywhere that it looks like isn't getting caught in the avalanche?
Probably back north, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
like
go
for the
north.
time being.
It's where my town is, where my conjugation are. Like I'm going back north.
And for you, Emil, as you look up as well to where the avalanches are, you can see the gap is closing faster the way you've came than it is in the north. It's like there's a greater chance in the north.
I
Um,
will follow the one who I've been speaking with.
Yeah, Quentin.
Seems like a nice enough chap. I'll just follow
Are
him.
we literally in essentially like it's like almost
It's like
mountains
a
either side, and it's
yeah.
just a path with right? Okay, that's all I want to know. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna bolt it backwards because I don't get trapped in the snow.
Well, so you start running as fast as you can. Like the wind is whipping at your face continuously. The snow is just doing the whole like you're driving a car 100 miles an hour, and so it's just in your face so much. And it's gaining on you ridiculously so to the point where you think you will be caught any second now. And then in front of you, a couple of yards away, you see this furry rat kind of an animal. You literally see a beaver in the middle of the path gesturing like over here. So
But
there's a
line in
beaver
which to
trying to
water him.
yeah. there's a beaver trying to gesture to it's like a little outcrop that you might not have noticed before, and it looks like it's gesturing towards shelter.
I mean, yeah.
If I see it, I'll
Any
go for
port
it.
in the storm, yeah.
You're the beaver.
Yeah,
Okay.
any port in the storm, let's go.
So you run, the beaver jumps into the outcrop as well, and you all follow, and you realize that it's jumped into a cave, and then you all kind of bump into each other and then start to slide down the cave. And the cave turns into a bit of an ice slide in the cave. And then if we jump over to the map, I've got a little
Ooh,
map for you guys, which you should be able to see now.
I
Let
can
me know if
see.
that's
Except
let me
for
know if
Emilia,
that's
probably.
working.
So I've still got black at the moment.
Is it? It depends. If it's dark. There is actually a beaver in it though.
Yeah, there's a beaver.
Um,
God, I
should-
just realized how broken my dark vision is.
yeah. We should. I guess we should probably like. We got any torches? Because I assume the human isn't going to be able to see in pitch black.
That is
I've
a
got a
thought.
torch.
I've not done the whole like lining the walls with what you can and cannot see. So just
Yeah.
imagine that the cave is the cave.
Yeah, I think it's only me that's got the completely broken
Yeah.
view, but fine. Yeah, I can light a torch for
Yeah.
the human.
Sure.
Give
Yeah,
Please.
you all slide down here into this sort of area. Sorry, can you all see?
Apart from
I've got nothing but blackness around me, but I don't know if that's just because.
yeah, you can't see because you don't have dark vision.
Oh, okay.
I
So-
can light a torch and give it to you, though.
Yeah.
Or you
Cool.
can if you got a
I don't think I've
torch.
got a torch.
Yeah,
Not
I
on me
like
anyway.
10 in my
I've got
pack.
5 candles.
What's the light from a torch?
Light
It's
a
30 feet, I think.
Probably I should have spent my money before we. But hey ho. Live and
Yeah,
learn.
so then you can give that light to Jack's token then.
How are we doing that? Talk me
Bright
through.
light of 20 foot. So you need to change Jack's light on his token to 20 foot radius. Well, technically 40 feet, but 20 foot he can see. The other 20 foot is
Yeah, it'd be dim light
Dim.
and
Yeah.
so make it 40 foot, I guess.
Light, bright light, low light.
Yeah.
Light. There's token emits light.
Yeah.
Are we playing with that or?
yeah. We'll be able to see it as well then.
Okay.
We can just change it so his dark vision is 40. Then if he loses the torch for some reason, we can just turn it off his token then.
Mm.
It's the easiest way
okay.
of doing it.
Night vision on 40. Okay.
I spent
Hey,
a while stressing
can
about dark
see.
vision and tokens. I did this for a while.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's the Rangers.
I
There
can
you
see
go.
so far. My dark vision's 300 feet. It's so ridiculous.
Like I say, if you can literally see through the walls because I haven't put up the
Fine.
blocking line thing, then
that's
yeah.
alright. Still the first sesh.
Yeah.
Fun.
So yeah, so you all slide down here. You can hear the vast rumbling overhead, and you get like little rocks and trickle bits of like snow landing behind you as the whole thing gets sealed off behind you.
Guess I get to my feet. I guess we're all on the ground,
Yeah.
so to get to my
I
feet.
mean, I definitely would just ask if anyone's like injured. Like, oh, Madeira, any of you injured? Have you all survived?
I'm
Probably
fine, thank you.
probably stand up, and I'm just like,
I'm okay.
this was quite mostly odd. And to find a beaver directing us into a tunnel,
Yeah,
it's
I
piqued
definitely.
my interest.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
I
at the
kiss my
beaver.
holy symbol on my neck. Like, put my necklace. Like, kiss the rose on the wheat.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the light, the torch.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
like I hand it
helps.
over to you.
Thank
It's
you.
like, oh yes, I understand, and all of us are gifted with the vision and in low lights.
The beaver looks at you all and does a little wiggle, as if it's happy to see you've all survived. And then it starts making its way, and it gestures the same gestures again to follow it down the tunnel.
We just hit under my breath. I'm just like, fascinating.
See. Well, our little friend hasn't steered us wrong yet. Maybe it's worth seeing what he has in plan for us.
Indeed.
One may think that this beaver may not be a beaver at all.
Shantae acts in mysterious ways, and most deities of her persuasion, her alignment. Yeah.
It's a beaver. Oh, the beaver's gotten bigger.
Oh God, he's got
It's a big
huge.
beaver.
That's a fat
Attack the
beaver.
beaver.
Chunky beaver.
I'll keep good meat fed for like a week.
This is you running off and going, come back.
The beaver,
Yeah, I guess.
so the beaver goes this way.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to follow. I assume everyone else follows
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. I just.
Pyrrhus does nothing but just starts following the beaver.
Oops.
Yeah, move myself up.
While we're
love this.
walking, I guess I probably introduce myself to the lot of them. I'll be like, because I'm obviously stuck with these people, so it probably makes sense. So yeah, as we're going around, I probably
That's what.
walk through it. I probably say to them, it's like, it's kind of rude of me not
Leave
to
this at
introduce myself.
Yeah.
Seeing I'm probably going to be down here for quite some time with you lot. My name is Cassius. I've been in Icewind Dale for about 2 months now, and was kind of hoping to leave, but that may not be possible.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice to meet you,
Madeira.
Cassius.
The roads have been so
Thanks.
treacherous of late. I am Quinn Fairkettle, cleric to Shantae, brewer of mead. It's good to see you.
And my name is Emilia.
Ah, good. And our dwarven friend, what do we call you?
Zufira.
Aha, pleasant.
Oh, so that's your name. How nice.
How quaint.
She just nods.
And as you walk down these tunnels, a voice from a voice from deeper in the cave echoes towards you. It's common marked by a slobbery rasp. And as you round the corner, if I get to the right level, there we are. You start to see all this.
That's not a beaver.
Oh my god.
Fucking kidding me.
Amazing.
Which was my favourite.
And the walrus,
Goo
yeah, it's a 10-foot long walrus. Says in like a slobbery rasp, says, Muskie found you in time. Good fortune. The voice comes from a 10-foot tall walrus resting in the shadows. A walrus calf rests at its side. It starts to wriggle its way towards you, but then the larger walrus pulls it back with its own tusk. The
What
other
is the
creatures then move out of the shadows to examine you. And this Miragery includes a variety of animals, everything from snowy foxes to wolf pups and avian creatures to reptiles. So there's a whole display of different animals here. I've just selected a
Yeah.
few that you can
I
see.
guess I'm used to weird stuff, seeing as I'm the only real like magic-y person here.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take it on my stride. Be like, oh, so it was you that sent the beaver up to make sure our safety. Thank you.
That's perfectly all right. I'm glad that you're all safe. My children saw that you were traveling the mountain path, and as you know, it's very treacherous at the moment.
And nod severely.
Some of the other animals kind of move backwards away from you, as if they're very suspicious and suspicious by nature.
Hmm.
The walrus goes on to say, my children call me Mother Tusk, and you may call me as well. I saved your lives for a reason.
And nod. I say, I am Quinn Fairkettle, cleric Oshante.
I guess
Like
Vera.
looks at you all up and down.
I step forward to pet the beaver. So I'm like genuinely
Bet you
interested.
do.
I
Definitely
step
gonna
forward,
bite
bend
you.
down, gently, slowly bend down, reach out a hand and start stroking the beaver.
The beaver does that thing where it like uh goes up to you and then like sniffs your hand and then lowers its head and allows you to pet it. And
Yeah.
then after a few seconds, it kind of like goes back over to
As
probably
I,
not where the wolves are, but where the foxes
yeah,
or
as
something
I
like that.
stand up, I probably say, it's not every day that you meet talking animals. So, Mother Tusk, you say, are you truly an animal, or am I imagining this? I must have hit my head when falling down this tunnel.
She rasps and says, "No, no, I am talking to you. This appears to be what magic can do, if you know the right people."
Magic has this funny way of reaching us.
Quite the collection.
I've managed to help many of my own, as you can see. Some have come to me from far and wide. We are just some of the survivors that managed to get out of 10 towns or
I'd
get
say,
away from all the other two-leggers.
yeah, and I'd say, the unseasonable winter has been unkind to you as well.
It has. Uh, it's easy enough to catch fish uh, when you can swim in the sea, but even that is treacherous. And what the two-leggers had planned for us, we did not like that, so we decided to leave.
I have noticed
Mm.
that the people of Icewind Dale are odd, shall we say, but months of darkness, which seems to be the issue, would drive a sane person insane.
They are not kind to animals.
This is true.
Yeah, she like shakes her head at a fort and does that rasping sounds that walruses do. Yes, pretty much like that. You
The
can obviously
Gungan.
tell at this point she is a female. The males would be so much more larger. And she goes on to say, well, the beaver looks at her and then looks back again, as if to give a little like nod or knowing gesture or something. And she goes, the reason why I saved you is because I would like some help. Some help in return,
Hmm.
and then in exchange, other than for saving your lives, I could help you find the way back to 10 Towns. The tunnels that we live in only connect to the North region.
Well,
I was
see-
actually trying to get out of 10 Towns. Don't suppose you know a way out that way?
Unfortunately, I don't.
I look.
The
Um,
Frostmaiden has seen to it that passage through the mountains is virtually impossible for everybody.
I definitely
Frost
spit on the
Maiden?
ground. Yeah, the mention of Frostmaiden, I definitely spit on the ground.
Sure.
Who is
And I
this
look-
Frost Maiden?
I look at Quinn having done this, and I'm like, fascinating.
Say,
This is a custom I have seen much of late.
yeah, when you ask the question, I say, nothing but good news, unfortunately, dearie. She's a blight on our town. She is the causer of this unseasonable winter, this desperation in our people.
So it is quite
What they
likely she is the cause of my quandary with these trade routes. Hmm.
All I know is that she is opposite everything I stand and preach.
And what do you stand for and preach, if I may
Sean.
ask?
She's not. Yeah. She's like looking forward to an opportunity to talk about Shantae. Say, I stand for fields of wheat, orchards full of apples. I stand for full bellies of the people and relaxing nights at the inn drinking ale. I stand for the comforts of home and the ease of after a long day's work. Frostmaiden is opposed to these ideals.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. I mean, your side of it. That's hers.
Yeah, very clever. She's like, yes, I believe every human strives for this.
Something I can
Well,
get
which
behind.
were they human? She say the races, I guess, because obviously I'm not human.
You see,
Turn
we
back.
trade food from our city in exchange for materials that are found only here in the north.
Hmm.
So, in some ways, our paths are aligned. In some.
I would give much for a new harvest, for a trade of food to be much appreciated.
Tell me, do these avalanches happen often, or is this a rare freak occurrence that we just happen to come across?
The land up here is harsh. That's all I
That
have to
much I
say.
know.
All the time, especially these days.
The Mother Tusk also like nods and says they do happen, but they're much more frequent these days.
guess
Yeah.
I'd say
I nod.
I'd probably say to Mother Tusk, what is it that you require from us? Obviously, your help has been hugely appreciated, but what is the task at hand?
Uh, there are several tasks. One of which is where is it? One of which is a one of my otters has gone missing. We tend to keep an eye on what is happening in 10 Towns and around it, and he went out to spy on East Haven and is meant to return soon, but still hasn't. If you could go out, just look around the surrounding area, I'm sure he'll be able to make his way back to you. I'm just hoping that the wolves that we've seen moving about in this area have not gotten to him first.
East Haven, you say?
Character
Just
note: are those not wolves? And the ones at the top, the two wolves.
No, those two wolves, yeah.
they're worried about wolves.
Yeah.
Not all wolves are the same, man. Jesus.
I guess as I was at East Haven before I left, I'd be like,
Oh yeah, you know it, don't you?
yeah, I have knowledge of East Haven. I came from there before I decided I wished to leave, so I did not see anything unusual apart from the people themselves there, but I will be more than happy to go back there myself and look for this otter. Strange question, but does this otter have a particular look or name that we may use in trying to find said otter?
The otter's name is Spritzel.
Britzel.
Spritzel. What have I got a description for her? What does Spritzel look? Oh yeah. She explains to you that he's a white-furred otter with a brown patch above his white eye, and he has an ear piercing.
No.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you
I'd say that
you should be able
seems.
to hear him more than see him.
Hmm.
Hear
Yeah, that
him.
seems fair enough. Trade.
Fair enough.
I'm straight.
Haha.
I
Who pierced this otter's ear?
I do not know. He found it himself. It, I could not say. He likes sparkly things, shiny things.
And you're sure he's an otter?
He is.
Okay.
Sounds more like a nutter than an otter.
oh, it's in a mirror. We're like,
They're
oh,
actually lost that one.
yeah.
Cool. I will up for this.
One of the tunnels will bring you out in the relative area where he is supposed to come back. He uses the same route down into Tent Towns and back again. Only he knows a safer way.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
I will have my friend here, and she points with a flipper down to the beaver again. The beaver like shakes its head, nods his head. He will show you the way, a safe way.
Thank you for your kindness and for saving our lives.
Indeed.
I
I would
nod.
presume this avalanche is over now. Or is it still
Sounds
like
like it's-
loud and still noticeable, like rumbling, etc.?
For the amount of time that you spent down here, there's still faint rumbles, like
Okay.
after an earthquake kind of tremors.
Hmm.
Sure.
Just stuff settling, basically.
I know we're quite far. If we're gonna pop out in East Haven, that's pretty far away.
No, you're not going to pop out in East Haven. You will, you will pop out still in the mountains,
Oh, okay, cool. That's
basically.
gotta be more of a concern then. Okay, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Let's
Go
waddle.
forth, Beaver. Let me
Show us
chase
the
you.
way, young Muskie. Whatever his name was, Muskie.
So essentially on the map, you would go down, the other tunnel,
Okay.
like over there. Yeah, the beaver
Yeah,
goes off
cool.
that way, and you
Whee!
disappear down the tunnels. And it's pretty much a network of tunnels that they use. They go all over the place. They kind of spiderweb out. You get the impression that they would spiderweb out underneath the spine of the world. They've just managed to find tunnels that help them travel around.
Interesting.
Cool. I make a mental note of this place in case I ever get lost.
Yeah,
You ever get the taste for walrus?
In case I get really hungry. Nah, that's pretty harsh.
Is
I
there
mean,
anything you would like to say whilst you're walking the tunnels for a minute?
I think I'm pretty on job.
I know that. I guess I may ask them what they're skilled in, as in like obviously I'm walking with these relative strangers, I'd like to know what their skills are. So I may, as we're walking, say to them like, "Pardon my ignorance per se, but you must all be capable fighters or capable with some kind of weaponry. If we are to run into trouble, will you be able to? Will I be able to rely on you in battle?"
You'll be able to rely on me, whether you'll see me. That's another question. And I kind of show one of my blades.
Ah, trained in the darker arts, I see.
Perhaps.
The
Bold
wizard.
of you to assume I have any combat skill.
I
joke.
know that from my experiences with dwarfs that they usually know how to wield some kind of weapon.
Normally an axe and a hardy folk, from what I hear. I
Hammers?
know plenty back in my home city, and I get on with them all. So
I fight when I need to. I prefer, like our friend here, not to be seen. But I am actually rather good at tracking animals, finding my way through the wilderness. I was helping our friend here get our way through a little bit faster and, stay alive while we travel through the mountain.
Seems like a useful tool out here. This place is
Not
unforgiving.
everywhere. Yeah, Savannah's touch is stronger here. Much more wild.
And you, Quinn, said you were a cleric, am I right?
Yes, I'm a cleric.
Always good to have a cleric where you may travel.
Yeah, the weapons are pretty easy to see.
Yeah,
It's belted over my cloak.
Yeah.
They got my shield on my back on a strap. So shield, battle axe, scythe.
Yeah,
sickle. Sorry, not a scythe.
I've still got my hood up and stuff. I've still got everything underneath it except for the thing I'm carrying on my back. I'd probably just say, I, like yourselves, try to avoid conflict entirely. But if push comes to shove, I am ready with what I need to be ready with, which hopefully may not come to it. But I can be skilled in most weapons.
A nod.
A useful skill.
You do look like the kind to avoid conflict.
Let me tell you, from my experience growing up in the world as an outsider, you're best to just avoid many things in life.
Oh,
You're not
damn!
wrong. Why do you think I'm leaving this place? Or trying to, at least.
Yes, in the last 2 months, I feel like I have experienced all I may need to experience from Icewind Dale. It's a shame, really. I believe that these people would require help, but help is not something I have found here.
People on the edge of civilization. They're only one step, one poor turn away from barbarism, away from survival of the fittest. I wish to stay here and preserve civilization while it lasts.
If
I would take offense, but you're completely right.
If I could help, I would help, but it's difficult when you're not from around these parts.
Let me tell you, if
don't
you're looking
chuckle at
for a
that.
respite from conflict, you're heading to the wrong place. This place is heading down the shitter.
I didn't say I was looking for conflict, but I was looking for something.
I said looking to avoid conflict.
Oh, my hood is clearly over my ears.
It's the avalanche rumbling in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, those pointy ears must make it difficult to hear.
Yeah, I haven't taken my hood off yet, so you wouldn't know. You actually, I guess you guys don't know if I'm.
Next that then.
Yeah, I haven't taken my hood down once. You've just been speaking to what you could be a human or anything.
Yeah, my hood's up, but I'm also very short and slender, so
yeah. I
And
guess
as you travel for about half an hour or so.
By the way, at this point, I put out the torch as we leave the cave, so that I can reuse it in the future.
Oh, okay.
Just as an FYI.
So you travel, and you make your way back up into the surface of the mountains. And it's incredibly difficult going in the snow. The bitter wind still cuts through your clothing, so you can feel it. And ice crystals riding the strong breeze sting your eyes as you go. The beaver leaves you at the cave entrance, but it sort of points towards the correct path to follow. It's not so much a path, it's more of just like, wilderness sort of mountains.
Yeah.
But like go that way. After you've travelled about 2 miles from Mother Tusk's shelter, you notice something on the ground. Although the wind pushes the snow around, easy spotted animal tracks mar the fresh dusting. Can everybody make me either a survival wisdom check or a intelligence nature check?
Time to shine.
Oof, I'll do
Here
intelligence.
we go. Oh, that's as bad. Yeah.
What was it?
Not too
Sorry,
bad.
survival or
So you can
Oh,
either
it's a
give
save,
me,
sorry.
we're looking
Nature or
for
survival.
nature or survival checks.
Oh, my survival's way better.
mine are identical.
-2 from that roll.
What? With a +4, I got a 10.
I got 20.
Damn.
Damn. You know
Okay.
your way around.
All of you can tell that these deeper tracks are made by wolves,
Oh, okay.
while
Whoa,
the
whoa.
smaller tracks on top of them are made by otters. And it's not just one otter track, there are like multiple otter tracks, but they're all together, and then the wolves are a bit more spread out.
He's a thirsty boy then, this otter.
Who got the 20? Cassius.
Me. Yeah.
You kind of guessed that the wolves were they were in like a hunting sort of formation.
Formation, yeah.
If that makes sense.
I'd probably look up at the others and say, these wolf tracks look very much like they were hunting in a particular formation, which means if our otter friends are in trouble, we don't have much time to save him or them, as there are multiple otter tracks here.
No,
Best get a moving then.
Yeah. I do. Meat is scarce at the moment.
I can imagine it is. Let's follow these tracks then, friends.
Lead on, tracker.
Follow you. Oh, the tracker. Lead on, Ranger Man.
Um,
I'm
So
referring to
Sarah-
Cassius as the tracker, by the way.
Yeah, I gathered.
Sophia, can you give me another survival check? And Cassius, you do it as well.
Okie dokie.
But Sophia, you got advantage on this.
Oh, I would, wouldn't I? Let me just
Yeah.
read my Natural Explorer. Where
Because
does
you're
it
the
say
proper ranger, aren't you? Am I getting that
that?
right?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
do I actually get advantage on
You get advantage for this because it's in your background.
your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a proficiency skill you're proficient in. So it would be more or less a 13 instead of an 11.
Okay.
Well, I got
Or
a
if you
4.
want to give me advantage, then it's a 17.
Yeah. Advantage anyway. So 17. That's fine. It's plenty.
We had. Remember, just leave.
Okay. Sure. So you easily follow the tracks. As you are going along and following the tracks.
Right. I know when tracking other creatures, you know their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you have a group of otters, and you have 4 wolves.
Okay.
One of the wolves, which would be you can tell which are in front, which are behind for the wolves and how their tracks are working. But one set of prints is larger than the others.
Okay.
Just slightly larger. Okay. And then you round a corner. There's like an outcrop, and you round it. And ahead of you, through the blowing snow, a pack of wolves chase a dozen otters, which weave through and around the snow mounds and ice formations. As the wolves close in, the sneaky otter zip through holes in the snow-packed earth. The wolves hesitate, but then the leaf wolf barks a command, and the wolves leap into the holes as well, bounding as they go, baying as they go. So the wolves have gone after the otters down these holes.
How big are the holes?
Draw my bow. Do we try to take them by surprise?
Can do.
How big are these? I'm trying to like
Hmm.
figure out how big the holes are. Is this something that a human can fit down?
Yes, as you go up to the holes, or get close enough, you can see that you can fit down them.
I'm more of a
Perhaps
melee
time is of the
person.
essence rather than stealth.
Yeah.
Although I could certainly hang back and stealth up whilst you
I
guys
Carry
forth.
on running towards them as
Down the
I'm
hole?
like drawing my axe.
I've
Like,
drawn
my
and I'm
shield on
not
my
an
arm.
arrow.
Yeah. I want to try
I'm
and get
ready
up
to shoot,
close.
but I'm waiting for people to get into position.
Yeah.
Are we?
Okay.
I just charge forward. I'm like, we need to help that.
Yeah. I guess I'm just like, if we can get down these holes, I'll go down the holes.
Yeah. I'm tiny. I'll be
I'll
fine.
fire an arrow then at the largest one.
As you get up to the holes, you can hear that there are the growls of wolves and the squeaking of otters.
Okay, this might be a good time for me
So
to.
the wolves have gone down the holes already,
Yeah.
or
Like
Okay.
all the animals have gone down the holes.
Yeah. I'd run after.
do I see the back of a wolf, a tail, or anything?
Yeah, you probably saw it like disappear down
I mean,
the hole.
fast enough to shoot, or is it gone, kind of thing?
I would say it's gone.
Sure.
All right. I guess we go down the hole. I mean, if I see these other people I'm with jump down the holes, I'm going down.
Yeah, I
I'm
probably
going
won't be
for
the first
Gretis.
down, but
I jump
I'll
down.
follow.
Yeah. I'm just charging after. I don't mind.
I assume I follow Quinn, who seems to be taking the lead on this.
Yeah.
I'll just follow
Yeah.
Zafira.
I'm a tiny little tank.
I guess I go in after then. I'll
Just
be
kind of
confident.
shaking her head at the ridiculousness of this and the reckless suicidalness of it. She follows her down.
Okay.
Here goes
So
nothing.
Yeah,
for
I mean, I
each of
worked
you,
with druids and stuff before. I'm used to kind of weird animal stuff.
Yeah.
right. Okay, who's the first one down? We're going to do this in order. So
Go for me.
go for you. Give me a acrobatics check. So the holes turn
God.
into the holes turn into ice slides, and you
Not
find
again.
yourself zipping around and going up around. It's like a water park flume kind of situation going on. You got a
Oh, there it is.
4.
Oh, no,
Oh
it's
no,
in then.
you got
13. I
13.
take that.
13. Okay.
Oh, your dex is like mine then. 10.
Yeah, it's just a 0. I'm more of a tanky person than I am a dexterity.
What's your
That's
strength?
fine. You
Dexterous
basically
person.
slide down the slides and land on your feet at the bottom of the
Cool.
slides. Yeah, that's you. So you slide down this one and you're here. Hopefully I've got that right. I need to
You
transfer
haven't
you all
changed
to
the
the
map
page.
over.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Cool. Sweet.
So you slide down the slide,
Oh, from the
Ah,
east.
not
Yeah,
this again.
cool.
then you
Yeah.
Tell my
Okay, next
Wi-Fi.
down. Who's next?
Me.
You
So
are.
acrobatics.
Acrobatics check.
Average, I guess. 11.
11. You're the same. You managed to slide down,
Oh no.
navigate your way,
Someone's got to fall over.
and you.
It's going to
Yeah,
be the
let's say you
acrobatic
come
one,
up
clearly.
behind. There you go.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
The next one.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Yep.
What could possibly go wrong?
Go on,
Trying
get
to
low.
move out of the way,
High,
but I guess
low,
it's wearing.
Watch me roll a 1.
Hmm.
We've not had the best roll.
Hey!
Oh! That's
Told you
a
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Fucking knew it.
If you're a halfling, you could re-roll.
Is it actually a what?
Well.
Oh yeah. You idiot! You idiot!
Always
So what
making good
happens
first
to you
impressions.
is
Always when you've got
you
the thing that
slide
it's supposed to
down
be good at.
and come out here. You also take a bit of damage by landing flat on your ass.
You can't see.
Where's the dice? There it is. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage,
Ow.
and you land completely prone. So this is all happening relatively at the same time. So you just like land starfish on the back. You probably slide across the floor a tiny bit into these rocks,
Yeah.
and that's where you take the damage.
Ouch.
And then
Me.
you.
Right. Acrobatics. Well, this this is gonna go badly.
And to be
Oh,
gallant.
take that.
Nice.
Hey,
You wrote well
hey.
good.
I like land, do a roll, stand up.
You
I'm
do.
like,
You come down and land in perfect position.
oh, let's
Just
go.
here. Let's say
I
you land perfect position here.
definitely go over to Emilia and be like, "Oh, you're okay, my dear.
That did not
Did you
go
hurt
well.
yourself?"
Any
Before
wolves?
you
There must have been an ice
before
patch.
you move,
Oh,
Yeah.
I need
go
to
back.
put these back in. Before you do anything, you're confronted by the wolves have surrounded the otters. Well, the single otter there represents like a couple of otters.
Oh yeah, cool.
Probably like 5 or 6 of them. But there's probably one in there that you're looking for. And the wolves have them backed up against the cave. Let's say, I can get back to the right layer. There's always this changeover. They have them backed up a bit more than this. Where's it gone? There it is. They have them like over here, for instance.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cool. Not to be that guy, but are the lighting conditions in here good for everyone? Like, is it
I can't see
low light?
anything, so I'm going to be standing up and lighting a torch.
Yeah, it's in caves
Assuming
and
I
stuff.
survive.
Yeah,
The
so it's
torch will
dark.
probably bounce. It's all like ice caves, so the light kind of like bounces off everything, makes it a bit more brighter.
Oh yeah, got your crystal
Oh
clear.
yeah, that's cool. I was just wondering because I don't want to be that person, but I was like,
Yeah.
lighting is important when you don't have dark vision.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
for
Yeah,
me.
it's probably new for Jack. Spent the
Us
entire rest of
UVs.
the
Um,
last campaign having true sight 120 feet. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Bit of a change.
change. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
read
only had my father's eyes.
What do your father's eyes see?
No.
for those of you have landed on your ass, you'll have disadvantage when combat happens for initiative
But to
rolls,
say,
and those landing perfectly have advantage on your initiative
Me.
roll.
so yeah,
So I'm just going to read a bit. The ice slides end in a flooded chamber with a foot of frigid water. The otters swim adaptedly at the far side of the cave, avoiding the wolves snapping at jaws. Avoiding the wolves snapping jaws. The icy cold water seeps up into your wet clothes, like your boots become waterlogged. It's seeping up your trousers.
Nice.
If you're wearing cloaks, all the way up your cloaks and all that sort of stuff. At the
I
back
mean,
of
if
the
it's
cave, there's a low ice shelf that rises out of the water, which is that over there. So that's sort of dry ground.
would I
Um,
be disadvantaged at all? If it's a foot deep, that's kind of like
I
up to
understand.
my
That.
thighs.
a foot's not
Understand.
that far, to be honest.
I'm only 3 feet.
Oh, right.
You're like up to your neck.
I guess it would just be up to probably like thigh height of me. I guess.
I guess so. I mean, when I get my tape measure out, you are so small.
I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can wear heavy armor.
Finish splash.
Very strange.
How does that work? Yeah.
Well, it's small
Specially
person
made.
heavy armor. It's
Yeah, specially
relative.
made.
Mithril.
Well, the cold will be a problem soon, but not right now.
Cool.
So,
So my feet are getting wet.
yes. The wolf sees you, all wolves turn around and see you all just plummeted into all this. They all growl at you, and the big wolf, the one in gold here,
I growl back.
it says to you in snarling common, "This is our hunt. Find your own food."
Can
And
I? Oh, go on.
then in an instant, it orders its pack to attack.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I try to intimidate them to run away? But yeah, it's fine. We're going to combat.
Not really. These are like proper, proper big ass wolves.
Oh, I was gonna try
Um,
intimidating them anyway, regardless. But yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get the
Rule of
turn
the
track.
jungle,
So everybody
boys. Rule of
roll
the jungle.
initiative and remember your disadvantages.
Wait, you need the
advantages.
turn tracker. Get the turn
Yeah.
tracker up.
Yeah, I'm remembering where.
Come on, Phil.
There it
The
is.
turn tracker.
Come on, Phil.
I got no bonuses to initiative. I just realised.
Oh, I got rolled twice, right?
One.
Initiative.
Yeah, rolled
Fuck.
twice. So I got 18.
I got to roll twice. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got advantage.
Oh, that's all right. I had a 13 and a 12. I'll take that.
I got a 6 and a 15. I guess I take the 15.
Yeah.
Where's a dice?
Yeah, okay, let me change it.
It's rolling from the screen because I
Yeah,
don't.
so,
have
Zafira is too busy swearing at being waterlogged.
Cassius looks in your direction, but doesn't he just registers
problems.
what you're saying.
Yeah, it's some really foul shit.
Yeah, that's why he's
if
like,
you're doing it in
Ooh,
Dwarvish,
got a mouth on her.
I can understand.
same.
it.
You understand
it.
Dwarvish as well, Quinn?
Yeah, Dwarvish is the language I chose to
Wow.
speak. Yeah, Dwarvish, Common, and Halfling, which is apparently the language as well.
I got Elvish, Common, and Dwarvish.
Remind me how you add stuff to turn trackers. It's been so long.
So you have
Add
to
turn.
click on the icon.
Got it.
Yeah,
Right.
How do you rearrange them? Because
it'll be
That
in a
I'll do
second.
in a second.
And you go descending afterwards.
Right.
It's weird seeing
that's
this
the
from a player
wolves.
point of view because I'm so used to seeing loads more stuff, loads more icons and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I have a very streamlined view now. It's quite nice.
Yeah, I remember how much work I had to
Nothing
do.
Nothing open except the character sheet.
Yeah, one character sheet, luxury.
This does actually take a second to set up.
No.
No, I know. Normally I have everything ready so much quicker. So that's the wolves. Otters
Right.
are their own
We will speed up as time goes on.
thing. Yep. So let's put this in. What is it? Ascending.
Descending, isn't it?
Descending. Yeah.
Descending, you want?
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, first
Yeah,
the wolves go
Oh
first.
damn! I go second. Yeah.
So with that, the wolves will growl. The lead wall will go after the otters.
No.
And the rest of the wolves will come after. Will come after you guys because you're the bigger threat. They all can get 1, 2,
I see what you
3,
did there.
I am the bigger threat.
4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they pretty much all do this.
Sweet.
Okay.
You're a big guy.
And it's so soft and fluffy.
So the wolves and otters, you can see them just attacking each other.
Go
The
Otters.
otters are making headway in avoiding the wolf, but there's some scrapes happening as the claws manage to get legs and things like that. So they're doing that over there. Then we will go for this wolf against Emilia.
Who can't see shit.
You can't see shit. Yeah, it's gonna
And-
bite at you.
I'm prone, remember, so technically you get advantage against that
Yeah,
attack.
be advantage because of the prone.
I do get advantage, don't I? So that's 20.
Well, it's a good start for you, Emilia.
I got
Yeah.
25.
That definitely hits.
Definitely hits.
Oh, 25? What the
Nice
fuck?
Yeah, 25. Oh, advantage.
Oh,
Is that a crit?
No, it was a natural.
I crit then.
Fortunately for you, you only take 5 damage.
Only.
We're not level
I was
20
gonna
anymore.
say, like
Yeah,
half my
level
health.
1.
Yeah.
Pretty
Nearly
much.
half of your health.
More than half.
Welcome to the meat grinder. Oh shit, you got low health.
I'm glad I took Constitution as one of my main class brain skills. Damn.
I was like, you know what? This time, all con.
Makes a big difference at first level,
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if like a
I
wizard. or
mentally write off the human. She's gone already.
So that
Doesn't
wolf
belong
snaps
up
at
here.
you and it catches your leg and it bites in. Quite painful. The second wolf over here against you.
Yeah.
We have these are high rolls, so 25.
How are you getting a 25? Like, I'm really confused. I
I'm
think he's
rolling
fudging the
off-
rolls, boys.
I'm
He's
rolling off
fudging the rolls.
screen
That
because I
hits.
haven't got stuff set up as much as that. So you take 2 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
And then the last wolf over here. Produce.
Anyone got
Yes.
light?
Gets 10. So I probably won't hit.
Is that on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 doesn't hit.
10 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay. So then your goes.
A shield in the way. Cool. Alrighty. I guess I'd be disadvantaged if I try and cast a spell while in melee, right?
Depends if it's a spell attack, then yes.
Yes,
A
it's
ranged spell attack. Otherwise, no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm not going to use guiding bolt then. Okay, guess I'll just try and hit it. All right, press aside. Let's see what you can do. Oh, come on!
Yeah, misses.
I get a 10. It's about all I can do. I don't think I got any bonus actions.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yeah, I'm staying where I am.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess at long last, I'm like, okay. And basically, like the flick of a wrist. I mean, everyone was, well, Emilia won't see it, but she will hear it. I literally flick my wrist from out of my cloak, and the whip shoots forward into the wolf that's in front of me. And let's see if I hit. No. And you just hear a loud. All it echoes. Like, I just like the whip cracked. Like somehow I maybe it's just because it hit me and I missed. Somehow I missed this wolf
You
at close
missed as
range with
well.
my whip.
You've not been
Okay.
rolling particularly well so far.
Going
I'm
well,
not
isn't it?
convinced these wolves should be getting 25s, to be honest. But there we go.
2 high rolls on my part.
So I'll stand up.
You can
Yeah,
blind
yeah.
fight, but without at disadvantage.
Stand up. The
That seems
water
like a bad
sloshes
idea.
around you.
I'll light the torch with my
Give him
action.
some vision.
I assume that's a action, not a bonus. Lighting a torch.
I imagine it's an action, yeah. Because you got
It
to
would
do
be
standing
like,
up as well. So
yeah, so you stood up and then flint and steel to light a torch.
Yeah. Cool. Can I see?
give him some
Yeah.
vision.
How far was torches?
30,
40,
40.
20, 20.
Yeah, 2020.
Don't drop it. Here,
It's
in
just-
water.
Bit of water.
It's
That's
like
not
this.
looking good. Okay. Not liking the situation at all.
No.
Yeah, well, it's like being level 1. You're so squishy.
Mm.
Yeah, it's squishy, all right.
I rolled so badly on that
I've got a
whip roll.
bonus action, that's it, right?
Should have kept sleep.
That's
That would have
it.
been really useful, actually.
God damn it.
Could put one of the wolves
Can you
to sleep.
disengage the bonus action?
I think it's an action to disengage.
I think you get that at second level as a rogue, I want to say.
Okay.
That's a feature you get. Otherwise, it's an
You
action.
say disengage, yeah? Bonus
Yeah.
action is offhand attack, cast a spell, use a class feature, unless
Oh, I
otherwise.
can do an offhand attack with a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll whip out my dagger and give it a little offhand.
Nice.
You don't get any bonuses with off. I don't know how offhand works.
I want to say, I don't know if you can do it if you haven't attacked with your action.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
sorry,
it
you
misses
can take
anyway.
I'm not sure.
only so you can take a bonus action only if when a special ability, spell, or feature states. If it's part of your class and it's a feature, then you could.
No, I don't think it is. Okay, cool. Ignore that anyway. It misses.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Could have gone for a reaction, I guess.
I got nothing.
Let me check that. 2-weapon fighting.
Only usable if you take the attack action, attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding
Cool.
in one hand.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So it's like the monk's flurry
Yeah.
of blows where you have to
Yeah.
attack with your action.
I'm with you.
Righty
New
then.
class.
Yeah.
New class. Who this? I'm gonna slide around the side of Quinn. Draw my short swords, and I'm going to demonstrate how to use 2-weapon fighting by taking 2 slashes at this wolf.
Sure.
1 short sword.
It hits.
Hey! 5 damage.
Okay.
And then with the offhand, 15?
Hits.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Non-piercing, apparently.
Okay, that one's looking very wounded. You managed to slash at it, and
I made that
red
cut.
blood falls out onto the floor.
Hang on. How big are these wolves? Because if it's like a foot of water, they're like drowning.
They're big
Wolves
wolves.
are big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be up to their chin.
Wolves could
That's
be
a
like
big man.
waist height.
Yeah.
I'll continue sidling around and try to. I'm just like glancing over at the otter to see if it's okay.
The otters
my
look
head
like
moves.
they're surprisingly doing okay. They're more dodging and like weaving around the legs and things of the wolf.
And then look back at the wolf I'm next to, and end my turn.
Okay. Alright, so wolf's turn. Wolves and otters. So the wolves snap at you guys again.
Goblins and gnomes.
Goblins and doers. We'll do over here. So I'll go around the same circuit again. And it bites at you and misses completely on the roll of a 1.
Yay!
It failed.
Is that me?
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
against
thank
you.
God for that.
Ain't prone no more.
Yeah.
Gee.
Then the next wolf over here. Against you, Quinn.
That looked dodgy as fuck.
Yeah, right.
Do you mean me before you mean Quinn? Or are you going
Yeah,
for
I mean here. Getting
Cassius?
names mixed up. Cassius, yes. We got a 10.
That would be blocked by my armor.
Okay. And then this wolf over here will keep on going against you.
Ooh,
Wait.
the mighty Quinn.
Yep. It got an 8.
Cool.
So now I'm rolling
Yeah.
poorly.
Yeah, my shield's still in
Balance.
the way. Balance. New patch came in.
Yeah. It got
They
nerfed.
finally nerfed Broodlords. Woo!
And the otters themselves, they notice that you're helping them, and the one that has the same markings as that was described to you with the little earring,
Oh, the earring.
Brixley.
all of that thing.
Yeah.
Spritzel
Brixel.
says, "Let's get them, lads. What ho?" Spritzel squeaks the command to his
Don't worry,
fellow
lads.
otters.
The cavalry's here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And they all break off from this one and start to come over here.
They got little mustaches and monocles.
Little bomber jackets.
They come over to assist you guys, basically.
Flash by name, Flash by nature.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Then we move back round.
Cool. Yeah, I'm unless I do a spell, what I really can do is attack. So I
Beat the
guess
shit out of this wolf.
I'll try and hit it this time with
Bash 'em,
pesticide.
lads.
Come on.
Oh,
Come on, get the other side of that. I'm probably going to
be
kill it
gone,
as
beast!
Oh, you have advantage because what's happening is the otters are getting in the way of the wolf and distracting it. So whichever wolf the otters are engaging, you have advantage on it, and
I will
everyone else.
happily take advantage for 19.
19, yes, for 7. That wolf, you cut it down the side, and it falls over dead.
Yay! Kill still.
well. What is pesticide? Is that the sickle? What's that, the
No,
hammer?
it's my axe.
Oh, it's an axe, not a hammer. I was thinking, how did you get slashing damage on an
Yeah.
axe? Hammer?
Harvest. No, it's
Yeah.
harvest is a sickle.
Yeah.
Pesticide is an axe.
Yeah, right. Gotcha. In my head, you
The
had
one I
a...
used to harvest, and the other one I
Did you
used
want to
kill the
move
pest.
anywhere?
If he dies,
Yeah, he dies.
probably gonna try and put myself between the party and the other wolf.
Yeah, sure.
What's my movement speed? 25.
Wow, you have so minimum blood. So to be fair, I don't have much higher.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Goblins
move.
and gnomes.
Is it more or less count the
Tentacles.
squares instead of the...
Comes to the gnomes.
Yeah, you there. It's
Gnomes.
only 20 foot.
Comes to the gnomes.
I got my little, being a short, nimble person as well. I've got my halfling nimbleness. I can just go through creatures that are larger than me.
Okay,
All right. Cassius whips the whip backwards. All you guys can see, actually, yeah, I guess you can see this, like this black whip with like the emerald green and this like, you know, like moving like crazy quickly as he's like flicking it. Oh, cool. All right, so as I chuck it back, I'm like, "Begone, foul beast!" and just like whoosh like that, like aiming like probably across the side and just slash right through the side of him. Like a massive
Nice.
gash opens up.
Nice.
It's a pretty good roll, actually.
Yeah, so take that, and the wolf is like,
It does. It yaps in pain, barks back at you.
I bark back at it. I'm like, "Arr!"
Emilia.
Question. Can I
Yep.
drop the torch and then take 2 attacks? Or is that...
No, there's water down there. It'll go out.
I mean,
Oh, there's water on the floor.
I will. Yes. So it's a foot of water everywhere. See those rocks? I
Scrap
will
that.
say that they're out of the water.
Good.
Can I
Thread it
place
through
it and
your
take
belt?
an attack and a bonus? Or is that one or the other?
I'd say you could just chuck it down. Like, I don't think that requires like an action to do anything like that.
It's gonna be very wet in here.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
is
gonna
it
be
going to
very-
land and not just fall off the rock?
No,
If
as
you're
a,
just
you,
chucking it down quickly?
is there anything?
All right, Jack.
Okay, another question then.
Yeah.
Can I hit it with one of my short swords and then hit it with the torch as a bonus rather than a
Sure.
dagger?
We'll say
It
if
would
it catches
be-
on fire or not. Why not?
It would be as a would it be an improvised weapon?
The improvised
Yeah,
weapon. if you
so-
try and attack
I don't
with
have an
torch.
improvised
We
weapon.
have
But
Hang on.
D4,
No.
this is like a
Look up the
1d4.
stats.
Just tell me what to roll and
Yeah.
we'll assume
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
torch.
sure. I will.
Improvised.
I will,
You're
I
not
will
afraid of fire.
improvise. I was seeing if there's any such thing as luck on these character sheets. It's like we're not playing Cork.
Yeah, object bears no is to a weapon. It's 1d4 damage, and the GM assigns a type of damage appropriate to the weapon. So it'd be 1d4
Yeah, it'd be
bludgeoning.
fire, like bludgeoning, and there'll be a chance of it catching on fire because they've all got fur and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Cool.
IRL, wolves are afraid of fire. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll take a swing with my elven short sword that I like flick out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, miss. Presumably.
Oh,
Plus
miss.
5 on that as well. Damn.
Yeah, it misses.
And then
But you
one.
can still use your
Oh, is it
bonus
just a
then.
1d4 on the torch?
Ooh,
Yes.
Elven short
damage.
sword.
Oh,
with their fancy
yeah.
name.
Sorry, what am I rolling? Just a d20, I presume.
Got the golden hat.
Roll up. Yeah.
Is it +1?
Oh, is this like 2 weapon fighting?
Yeah.
Or... Oh, okay. So yeah. It's like
I would
what
normally
used
use
to do.
2 short swords, but obviously because of
One of the hands is occupied.
Yeah, sure. Well, these are 2 short weapons or whatever.
Like
so...
Greg's like, wait, he's got a +1 weapon?
yeah.
Yeah.
No one else
Yeah.
seems to
Come
care.
from a rich family.
Yeah, I just think about this. Like, I was like, because Phil was saying to me earlier, it's like, oh, Jack's got a few things. I'm like, what?
He's got balanced things.
Unbelievable.
They're pretty cool.
It's all right.
I might die anyway. Don't worry.
Well, roll again, but without the
Well, let's take 'em
relative
off- take 'em off her
pluses.
body
Yeah, I'll
when
just
she's
roll a
dead.
normal d20 and see what happens. 15, that
Yeah,
probably
15.
hits.
Oh, it does hit, yeah.
Well, I rolled 1d4
Nice.
damage, or...
Yeah,
1d4
1d4.
damage.
Well, I'll take that 3.
Nice.
Roll a
Above average.
d6 for fire damage as well.
Roll a d6, you say?
Yeah.
Ooh, like a G6.
Ooh.
Oh,
Swap my
Nice.
short sword for
Okay.
torch,
It's
apparently.
good.
Better than your magic sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Hey.
literally just D4 and a
This is what I'm
D6 of
using now
damage.
from
That's
now on,
better than most
lads.
weapons.
This is it now.
fire and sword combo.
I now
Um,
wield a torch +1.
Yeah.
It burns longer.
Watch him burn.
Okay. That's good. Anything else?
He snarls at the wolf.
You just like manage to catch it across the face, and the fire goes into one of its eyes. Did way more damage than you thought you would have. Got lucky there.
Yeah. I'm like, help! That's what's up.
Okay.
Someone
How?
finish it!
Sufera.
I was gonna head that way anyway because it looked like she was having problems. I can walk through this water without like it being difficult terrain, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
It's not that bad. Just kicking up big splashes as she like runs forward and takes the swing.
Could use a little help over here.
I'm guessing that's a no, and I'll
That's
take
a
one
no.
more swing.
That's
14.
a hit.
Oh, okay. Do a little bit of damage. Ooh, natural 6.
Damage. That's
Stab it in
enough.
its fiery
Thank you,
tail.
Lord. Yes, that is enough to take it out.
Burning wolf.
Yeah.
Goes
Just
down.
cut into its back, into its flank.
You'd think the wolf would on fire. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. It would just fall into the water, like put itself out.
It would, yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Then just swing around to look at the remaining one.
Yeah.
I guess I take like 2 steps to get here. I'll hurriedly take another couple of steps to get closer to Quinn. I'll leave it there.
Sure. So we've got this wolf
Happiness
here
looks like he's holding his
continues
own.
to attack. But the otters do come over and help you out with this. So this will get disadvantage against you.
Nice.
Let's see here.
Might just intimidate this wolf now because he's injured.
20, 23.
Just scream at it like a
Wolf.
madman.
You'll be pleased to know it did not connect.
Cool.
So that's that turn done. The wolf up here will attack you. It snarls at you.
Was this a good plan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Turns out it's
20.
got poison.
20 does hit.
Yeah. You take
I want these rolls on camera.
you take 5 points of damage.
That's not too bad.
And I'm starting to realise how powerful Second Wind is at level 1 now.
Second Wind is so good.
Mm.
All the fighter stuff is so good. Action Surge as well is so good.
Back up to Quinn.
Winnie boy,
Cool.
girl, even.
I think it's
Hashtag
better
winning.
For me to... I think it's better for me to carry on using my axe, but I kind of want to use a spell because I have access to them.
Blind it, fucker.
Yeah, I might try and impress people. I'm going to use
Yeah.
Word of Radiance.
Start summoning.
Yeah.
Summon some corn.
Word
Let's
of
go.
Would I still be disadvantaged with a range attack spell if I'm in melee with the guy I'm shooting?
Yeah, because you're point blank, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's
it
how it
works the same as bows, right?
Yeah.
I don't
well,
know. I don't know about magic. I
If
just
you
know about
can't you
magic.
imagine someone's hounding you and you're trying to cast a spell. You kind of like just
Yeah, it does
Adds
say
pressure.
range attack, not melee.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's a certain like feet where you could.
Yeah,
ignore
so
that or
I'll
something.
use Word of Radiance instead because it's
Yeah.
only 5 foot, so it's like a melee spell. I'll
Pop it.
in chat so everyone can see. Basically, just need a con save from the wolf.
Constitution saving
Every
throw.
creature of your choice.
Which obviously at the moment just the wolf.
It got a 3.
Cool.
Damn
my
you,
spell
Otter.
DC is
Go for you as
12.
well.
So I
Nice.
need to roll a 1d6. Cool. 2. Oh, whatever. It looks cooler than what it does.
It's like a rare light goes.
2 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the kind of like summer sun, and it's kind of like maybe slightly kind of rosy color.
I like it.
Kind of like midsummer sun.
Okay.
Midsummer Murders.
Everything should be at the moment. But yeah, it's basically what I can do.
All right.
Carry on fighting it.
All right. I am gonna whip the fucking hell out of this wolf and make some scrambled wolf. All right.
Yep. Have advantage on your attack because the otters are helping.
Yeah. He swirls it backwards and goes in for another slash. Like crack of that sound. 15.
15 hits.
6 damage.
6
Slash
damage.
down it again.
Jesus, that's
Oh,
max
it's
damage.
looking
isn't it?
terrible. It's
Yeah,
literally.
there's
All right. In that
that
case,
is max damage.
yeah. For
Nice.
flavor, then I probably whip at it, and the whip like slashes across one of his eyes, and like fucking blood just goes. Like,
Yeah. It yelps
about
and staggers.
Yeah. And
With
every
the,
time,
like-
by the way, I do this, you just hear a loud crack. This thing is loud,
Yeah.
especially in this cave.
Emilia.
Cool. Just checking distances.
You got sneak attack as well now.
I know.
If you attack that wolf,
I know.
Miss Adamus.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll oh, I got the wrong thing. I'll just move. Why can't I select my thing? What the hell? Select move. I can't move a character. What the hell?
Been assigned to you, right?
Yeah.
The token being assigned to.
You got the right. You got the arrow rather
yeah,
than anything else.
Yeah. No, I got the arrow.
Oh no.
Oh, if you're trying to do the snap thing, it won't align
I just can't move
directly
the
because
character.
this is.
You need to assign it, Phil. So
Yeah, do you want to make sure it's assigned to Jack to move?
Oh right.
Yeah, I can
gotta
draw
drag
a
and drop.
selection
I
box,
don't
but I
know.
can't actually move the character.
You can't move the character.
There we go. Oh no, that's you. You're moving it.
Yeah, that's me.
never given this much power.
Yeah.
Weird. Just talk me through the process.
So it's like controlled by. You should be able to put it in.
What on the cog or the actual in the character sheet?
On the cog, I believe. If not, the easiest thing to do would be to re-drag one out. So
Oh, do you know
Jack
what? It's
drags
because
out
I'm
another
using. I'll tell you what
token.
it is. I'm trying to use OBS because it's open in front of me.
Oh.
So I'm like looking at this screen on OBS. I'm like,
Click
it's not
on
working.
OBS.
I mean, that would do it.
That
could
was-
be the
That'll
problem.
explain it.
That's
I had
what.
a feeling it was something stupid. I was just waiting
I'm
for what it
just- I'm
was.
an
I was
idiot.
like, this is.
Yeah. I'm being a silly
I was
fool.
just trying to problem shoot.
Considering I was moving earlier. Anyway, yeah, I'll take a swing at this guy.
Yeah, go for it. You got
Ooh.
advantage as well, so you're probably fine. Yeah,
Boom.
8 points of damage.
Okay,
Okay, how do you want to kill this wolf then?
Where's my sneak attack?
Oh yeah, I do have sneak attack. It's fine. I'll come up behind it and then I'll with the one blade I just come up and just like uppercut it with the blade. You
Yep.
just hear its head like roll, like straight up
Ooh.
decapitation.
Straight out the calf.
You're taking its legs off one at a time.
That's harsh.
Yeah, again, blood flows out
Probably
all
time
around you
consuming as
into
well.
into the cold water.
We
Get
love
away with
animal
this dead
cruelty
body.
here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Worldshaper Games,
then-
sponsored by Animal Cruelty.
Wow. There's definitely not.
I'm disgusted with all
Yeah.
of you.
I am gonna move. Actually, I've got 30 feet of movement, I think. Let me just double check that. It's definitely the case.
Should have cut off its tail as
Yeah,
well. You know, fuck it.
Should be.
Right, I'm gonna try and hide in this little crevice here.
Yeah.
Took 5 feet to get there, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna try and bonus action hide.
Okay.
So stealth.
You can't see me.
Nothing to see here. Where is hide? Oh, stealth. Oh, I do get advantage on stealth checks as well because of my cloak.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Can't see
fine.
me.
You believe you are hidden.
Cool. I believe I'm hitting. Cool.
Who's kidding?
That's me.
Zafira.
For the dwarves! I'm Scottish now, and I run forward and attack this wolf.
Yep.
Not really. She does charge forward though, and takes a swing. And
Ooh.
8 damage and takes another swing in this frenzy of metal
8
and
damage, yes.
carnage.
One.
Another
That
1.
is just enough to do it.
Nice.
Oh, she just does that twirl, like the one, and then spins, and then with the next one, then-
Whirling blade? Is that what you mean?
yeah, basically. I don't know what that's referencing, but yeah,
Oh, Link.
Uh,
Link, when you charge up the sword, he spins on the spot.
kind of. But she's got 2 swords.
Yeah.
But she kills the wolf very dramatically. It's very
Yeah.
cool, and
The
everyone
most
is
dramatic.
impressed.
Do you take both its all its legs off with one swing and then its head and its tail with another swing?
Very well.
Surprisingly,
disemboweled,
no.
like-
I don't randomly just violently kill everyone unnecessarily gratuitously. I just kill it. But that's just me. If you want to go the extra step, I'm focused on how cool I am,
That's
not how
dinner.
brutalized.
That's dinner right there.
I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
up for taking these
We've
back.
got 12 dinners around here. I prefer the morsels myself, but guess they're all dead.
They're all
Everybody's
dead.
Hell's yeah.
You have succeeded in killing the wolves.
Can I see if there's any meat or anything I can gather from these? At least one of the wolves,
Yeah, I'm a
because I think,
definitely
or even
wanting to
some
do
fur
that.
and stuff. Just I'm thinking like
Wear
we're
it.
in
Looking at
a
the otters.
hostile environment. I'm wondering what we can gather from these.
You
Yes.
just pick up the wolves' bodies then.
Do I see any
Well-
otters with any piercings?
A few of the otters have like nips at them. 1 or 2
No.
piercings. Oh, piercings? You mean like ear piercings?
Yeah, because you said one of the otters had a piercing.
Yeah.
That was
It's the
so
one that
beautiful.
talked. He comes up to you. He's like in the middle of everyone and says, "Oh, thank you for saving me. I thought I had it under control, but obviously not.
What do you mean under control? What were you doing out here?
We were sent to go spying.
Spying.
Do what
on
we
what?
always do on the two-leggers or the people down there."
I'm not going to ask. Your friend, the walrus or
Yeah.
sea lion. What was it?
Walrus.
Walrus. Yeah.
Goo goo goo
Your
choo.
friend sent us after you because, well, seems like it was the right thing to do.
Yes,
But a
Wait,
bit closer.
that's good. That's another task. Yes.
We're here to help you return. Spritly?
Spritly.
My name's
Sprightly?
Spritzel.
Spritzel.
Spritzel, that's it, sorry. Spritzel.
Like pretzel.
Like pretzel. Yeah, so Spritzel, you should return with us. We owe a debt to Mother Walrus.
Tusk.
I would like to. It's really dangerous out there. I even saw an owlbear with black feathers, and we ran away from it. But then these wolves found us and started chasing us.
You're wise to run.
So
owlbear.
we could lose them.
Oh, don't suppose you need any extra food.
Food is always good.
We should cut up these wolves, prepare the meat before we leave. Food is scarce.
Two
These
for us,
furs
two
could
for
be
them.
sold for a bit.
Their pelts are probably worth a fair amount, I would imagine, especially in
Your
this harsh
feet are
climate.
getting really cold.
That's a good thing.
I just grab a wolf by the tail and.
Oh yeah,
wow.
we can just drag them out. We only do it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should
sling it
take
over
these
my
with
shoulder.
us.
I'll pick one up and put it over my shoulder
Fine
like
by
this.
me.
I'm
Although
very strong.
I'll probably ask Quinn before we leave. I don't suppose you mentioned you were a cleric. I don't suppose you have any
What could you be after?
healing spells or anything to cure my wounds. I appear to have taken a bit of a fall. My
Oh,
leg is
lovely.
killing
Don't
me.
you worry.
We just
Don't
kill
you
him
worry.
anyway.
I
Leave
will
him to
sort you
die.
out. I will cast Cure Wounds.
Ah, thank you.
Nothing happened.
Oh, weird.
You probably
just
gave it
kill-
a weird name, didn't you? You fucked with it. I know you did. Shantae's elegant cure wounds of radiance. I know you.
Dante's elegant bosom. That's what it should be called.
It'd just be a D8 plus 4, so let's do that.
Wow, that's already
Jesus.
really good.
That's insane.
So it'd
Roll
be
a 1.
6 health.
Oh, you can't get 1. 6 health.
To be fair, that pretty much brings me up to one off full.
A spellcasting. What's his ability modifier? But wait, I'm on attack bonus. Sorry. So my spellcasting modifier is only 2. So there's actually only 4 health.
Cool.
My bad.
That's all right. Thank you.
4 health.
My leg, it was landed funny, right on the bone. That was not the
funny
nicest
bone?
cave.
One of
Yeah.
the little otters makes a squeaking noise, and Sprizzle looks over and goes, "Oh, yes, there's a man up there on the ledge, out of the water.
Just noticed it.
I don't think he's alive anymore."
I know.
Should we
Suppose I was
investigate?
dragging the wolf.
We should try and find out his name so we can tell his family.
We should take his water.
I'll have a look. Come on over.
I'll go
Yeah.
up.
I've got a wolf over my shoulder, and
See if there's any identifying.
Yeah, I'll bring the
Ah,
wolf with
okay.
me. The one that's was next to me.
yeah, I've
Sure.
got a wolf over my shoulder, so you
Oh
know
yeah, I
that we
can take
can.
wolf out later.
Oh, there is a dead man up there.
I have
There is a
14
man, yeah.
strength. I could probably carry a wolf. Or
Yeah.
2.
I can carry
Pretty
one.
strong.
I don't have much strength. I could probably carry the
Who
man.
has any medical skills or
Um,
medicine?
He would. I don't think he would.
do I
Oh god, I
If
don't.
only we had cure wounds.
have +2 in
That's
medicine?
hilarious.
I'm not proficient in
I mean, I could
medicine.
try.
I got a +2.
What about a harm wounds, whatever it's called, the opposite version?
So
Oh,
weird.
inflict
Medicine
Yeah.
is
wounds.
wisdom.
Do that on the dead
I'm a
body.
good cleric. I don't have inflict.
What? You can inflict wounds as a good cleric?
Uh,
Inflict wounds is just a cleric spell.
It's necrotic.
You can still take it.
kind of the opposite of what my deity's all about.
Yeah, but it's fine. You just it's self-defense. It's fine.
Anyway, so medicine. Let's see what I get. Oh, an 18.
Nice.
You
Not
can make
bad.
out that there is a slash that cuts one of the main arteries, but it looks like not so much a slash. It looks like something's bitten and torn out.
Like an animal's bit him.
Yeah, but
Oh, wait,
it doesn't line up with wolf's teeth.
Do my best Quincy impression. I'm just like,
More of a beak.
yeah, it's been bitten by possibly a bird creature. One more thing. Doesn't seem to
What are
be
those owlbear things again?
human inflicted.
Do I know if this looks like the habitat that something would live in, like say an owlbear?
Not this habitat, no.
Okay.
What you do realize is who else are you searching the body? Or I suppose as you're looking
Yeah,
closely
well, I'm
at it.
looking at what killed him. I'm trying to find like a way to identify him, so I can like, if there's like a ring or something he has, I can be like, sorry, your son's dead.
Not so
Here's a head.
much,
Proof.
but
Here's a
as
proof of
you-
it, kind of thing.
As you look on, his boots are embroidered with interesting markings.
Interesting.
They have gems set in them, but really tiny. And the boots give off like who's got the highest what's the let me look at character sheets, like arcane sort of stuff.
Arcana. I've got 2.
Arcana, yeah.
Arcana's
None of us is.
0. I have no intelligence.
I've got
I
a 2
have
in
high
Arcana.
intelligence, but no arcana.
I have a
Okay.
1 in it from my intelligence.
I'll say to you that the boots look special.
I mean, I can do
in history and religion.
I can do an Arcana check on him if you want.
Go for it.
I was thinking more just taking him
Oh,
to
dear.
identifying
Yeah.
him.
I just roll just straight up intelligence to see if they're worth taking.
The most, yeah, you can do. I'd say the boots look fancier than the rest of him. That would definitely be a way of identifying who these
Yeah,
belong to, if anything.
I'm
I'd be
thinking if I
like,
go back
these are
to
probably
the
worth
inn.
taking, these boots, even whether to, show a loved one or even for
Pawn 'em
ourselves.
off.
They look
Yeah.
pretty fancy.
Yeah, I'm thinking of taking them as just like if I go to the next time I go to the pub, I can be like, does anyone know who wears these? There's
Mm.
not many nice things around here.
Who's the
These
fancy
things
guy?
look much nicer. Yeah, someone must know the guy who wears these shoes. That's my angle. I don't really care about keeping them. Or like returning them. I just want to try and find a way of identifying this person.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
I can let his family know what happened to him.
That's fine. Yeah, so you take them and you somehow like attach them to one of your backpacks,
I got
for
like
instance.
I got bag and stuff. I came out here to collect stuff anyway, so I got a big hodl.
Yeah. So Spritzel says to you guys, the easiest way out of the tunnels is back up that one, and he goes off towards it and like swims through the water. As the rest of you get back into the water to make your way over to the tunnels, I'm going to read you this bit. Your clothes are dripping wet and freezing from the combat itself, because you would have been like moving around and sloshing about and all that sort of stuff,
Oh yeah.
fighting for your lives, quite literally. The cold of the north seeps into your bones. This frigid water could kill you unless you find a way to get warm and to dry off your clothes. But the chamber is flooded with water. There's nothing to burn. What do you do?
I mean,
Just
get
looking
on
to
top of
see,
one of
would it
the.
be easy to climb back up the way we slid down, or is that kind of hard to climb?
You can all see they're treacherous and hard to climb, depending on how you go about it.
Are there
What are the
any things like raised areas?
Um, there are these rocks that are raised. You could probably perch on those, or there's the ledge at the back where that man was up there.
what are these tunnels on the left?
South, yeah.
They are just other places that you've slid into. They go off, but they go up.
Oh, they all go up, do they?
Yeah, pretty much. Some are steep, some are gradual.
We got to make a hard decision then.
Do we go up the shallow walkway, or is there water still through there as well? Presumably.
It's just in this cave you're in.
So when
Okay.
when you say when we go here, for example,
Yeah.
which one of these has like a gradual incline?
All right. We'll say this is gradual here.
That's the only thing.
Probably heal myself.
So this is gradual, for instance.
Wherever
Still
you're
not
clicking,
seeing
it's not
any.
coming up.
Yeah, still not seeing any
Yeah.
things.
You need
Alright.
to be on the same level.
I need to be here. Yeah. Gradual.
That one.
Okay. And
Yeah,
how
yeah, the
far
feet.
up does the water come? Like, if it keeps going up, does it follow?
Just imagine where it goes off the map. That's where it stops.
Probably go that way. If everyone agrees.
I
Seems
guess
the
at this.
easiest way to get up.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a gradual incline here. We could go up.
Cassius is probably going to be like, well, we have two choices: try to dry off in the cave and potentially freeze, or try to leave and hopefully not freeze.
Oh, leave has my vote.
How
I
long did
agree.
it take us to get here from?
So
the
you would know. So the ranger in you would know it took about 3 hours walk to get here.
Hmm.
It is
And what
likely
time is
it's likely fatal for you to be walking in the kind of weather conditions it is. Once you're back on the surface and all that, because the wind chill is going to make you freeze all the faster.
Is it getting late at this point?
Tent.
I wouldn't say it's late.
What time?
Let's see, 12, 3, about 3, half 3 maybe.
Okay.
So it's dark out, but
We're that far away from towns, are we?
You say it would be fatal to walk back, but it's the same way we walk. Is it just because now we're soaked?
Yes. This is
Yeah,
trying to
but-
get over the fact that you're soaking wet
Right.
in freezing cold conditions, in Arctic conditions, is really bad.
Yeah, thinking
Yeah.
about this before Emilia makes her way up, I will say, if we head back right now, soaked as we are, we won't make it back. I think we need to stop and warm up first, and I'm shivering.
Where do we? Yeah,
This bit's raised, isn't it? The top?
Yeah, that's raised.
There's no water there.
No
We need
water.
to make a
Yeah.
fire.
I say I
that makes
have
sense.
a tent. I have a tent that we can use. And
Perhaps
to
we take
get
a
us
short rest
ostracized.
or a long rest.
I am all for not getting
If you
murdered
go
by the
to
weather.
sleep right now, you're not going to wake up. We need to find some firewood.
I nod. Like, I have a tinderbox, but I have no wood to burn.
We have a torch.
I have 10 torches.
Yeah, I have a
I also
torch.
have some candles.
Yeah, could just light up a few torches inside the tent.
Anyone
Why-
who feels like making themselves helpful and finding some firewood, come with me. And she's going to start climbing up this incline.
I will.
I'll be setting up the tent, I guess, over here with the dead guy.
Yeah.
I guess I'll move the dead body out of the way.
I
Set up
will,
a tent.
I'll probably set up all the candles and
Think-
shiz.
I
Just,
will
get
go
some heat.
with Snowbeard and
Plus,
head
I'm
off.
kind of injured anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Snowbeard out to
My
find
tent
firewood.
lets 2 people sleep, but I'm sure the 4 of us can kind of like crouch in it. I'm kind of small.
Yeah, you can all
Sophia's
get in
kind
there.
of small. Like we can all get in there. It'd just be uncomfortable to sleep, I guess. We just have to sit.
Just next to the dead body as well. We probably should move him.
Yeah, yeah. I'd move the dead body to like one of the corners.
You could
and
eat
then
him.
Just like set the tent up. We got wolves. Our plan is still to bring the wolves up here. Like,
Yeah.
You
outside
burn
of
the
the tent.
wolves. Fur burns well.
Where are you putting the walls?
I want to stack the wolves like outside the tent, so when I'm warmed up, I can carve their meat off. Because
Oh, I see.
like it's cold, they're not going to go off, are they?
No.
It's
No.
like
No.
if anything,
Your own
they'll
internal
just
refrigerator.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it'll be fine. Like we can just carve off some leg.
We could just
meats.
eat the human that's there. It's gonna be cold. It'll be fine.
I got rations. Like I want to bring back.
Who is
from the
this
town.
guy?
I want to bring back a load of wolf meat so we can carry on living.
Oh dear. Right. Yeah. So I'm
So-
gonna go.
So who's going out for firewood?
Me.
Okay.
Me and Cassius.
Attempt to get
I'm
to
just
the-
looking for dry, fallen branches. I'm not trying to
Okay.
gonna chop any trees or
So,
anything.
so it takes you about 30 minutes of climbing to get out of this.
Oof. That's fine.
From the
Big slide.
You managed to get enough wood. Can you make me a... Give me a survival check, please.
Can we do a little bit of flavour before we do this? Because I got
Yeah,
two
of
Double
ideas.
my proficiency.
Yeah, you're fine. You managed to
It should
collect
be a
enough.
21 with my proficiency bonus doubled. I'm gonna have to actually add that manually somehow.
Sure.
I'll do this anyway, but
You certainly find
Nice.
enough fuel sources like wood and things like that to bring
Yeah.
back.
so while out and about, and obviously talking to Zafira while she's collecting wood, I'm like, if it's
Right.
easier, I can get some of the branches down with my whip, then we can take those in instead. And
Yeah,
like it just whips out the whip and it shoots out and just like snaps through like some lighter branches, we'll say, and like it drops to the floor. And he's like, and just does that a couple of times to get some, wood from whatever trees are around. If we can't find enough,
When he suggests it, she's
Yeah.
just like, "You don't need my permission."
This is true. This is true. And he just like lightning fast, like bam, 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 like takes them down.
She
That's
is
the fun.
impressed. She nods. You get a nod. That's a high praise.
He knows. He knows. He knows. So I guess that while we're doing it, he probably says that was some impressive fighting with those two swords. It's not the easiest fighting style for someone to learn. You must have been working at that for some time.
It's fun.
As it is. It is a fun way to learn. It's a nice combination of attack and defense.
You're competent.
Well, when you've been around weapons as much as I have, you certainly learn.
It didn't take long for the man to mansplain.
I wouldn't consider that mansplaining at all, but sure, why not? It's only because he's got an interest in weapons. He just like
I know, it's just funny. Like, oh damn, here he goes.
For the two of you that are back in the cave,
making friends.
the otters come up and like huddle all around you both to keep you from freezing even further. So you don't have to. Well, you don't have to make those checks because you've got the otters with you.
Awesome.
Pet the otters. Pet that otter.
Pet
Yeah,
the
we'll pet
otters,
the
yeah.
otters. If they
So-
let
Yeah.
us.
Eventually,
Roll
you know,
for
after I don't know, a good 45 minutes to an hour almost, and collecting enough wood, you then slide back down. You carefully this time go back down the ice tunnels and manage to put all your fuel sources onto the ledge. How are
different,
How
I
are
can
you
tell.
lighting this? How are you?
So we had a
creating
torch. I've
Yeah.
used
And
the
a
torches
torch.
with the candle. I've put the torch
got a
out, and then I've
tinder
just
box.
got the candles, so the candle can set light to the fire.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
now you have a nice fire going, and you
Yeah.
can dry off completely with that.
Cool.
You like
Now
light the
now you're
candle and do all
okay.
this stuff. It's just me with like a tinder box, be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
like,
to use
this
my
is a
flint.
this is a use of my candles. I don't even know why I have them, but you know, I guess I thought they
It's
must
the
have been
honey
useful.
burn
to go.
good.
Like, oh, okay.
Probably my mother put them in a backpack before we left. I suspect.
Win.
You know, overprotective mother and all that.
Fucking mother trying to give me survival essentials.
Yeah, I know. Ironic that it should save us.
It's not ironic, it's just fortuitous.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Stickler for use
Grammar
of the word
police
ironic.
came out.
I just remembered I've got a shield on me. I've had a taxi time. I just forgot that I had a shield.
Yeah.
So, guess what happens when you burn stuff in caves?
Make smoke.
Make smoke.
It's smoke.
That's
This
fine.
is
We can blow it
chimneys.
away.
So after half an hour, you can see the smoke is getting a bit denser
Hang
in
on.
here now.
There's loads of exit points.
It kind of gathers in this point.
Oh, okay.
But because you're staying here for so long to dry off, can everybody make me a Constitution saving throw?
It's fine. We've
Is-
got smoky bacon, except it's with wolf instead of bacon.
I would have thought it would clear out through the holes, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like the same. I'm like, wait a minute.
It doesn't quite work.
Oh, damn.
I mean, the book
Con-save?
would know. This is
Constitution
pretty
saving throw.
good.
Finally,
all
good
fine.
roll.
You're
Hang
all
on.
fine.
Yeah,
Nice.
Fucking A.
we breathe this for
Are we
breakfast.
Is that the
Dry
one
is the
fucking
question.
crit I
Yeah,
get? Is
you are
the,
now dry. You have
Okay,
dried
my
out
one
enough.
crit is surviving
I,
smoke
I
inhalation.
blow out my candles and I pack them in my backpack, I guess.
Saying the tone for this campaign. Session 1. Do you die of the cold and/or smoke inhalation? Look at Phil. He's loving this shit. He's like, you don't even have any idea what you're in for.
It's funny.
What's this depth
50
trap
sessions
dungeon?
of this.
This is a
Oh, it's
dungeon.
good. I like it.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna die to monsters? That's privilege.
Yeah.
Southlander privilege talking.
Death by
Yeah.
teacups.
Gonna
What's
die
going to go on here?
just to the cold.
It's not that cold. It's all right, guys. It's not that bad.
You can have a short rest in here as well because you're sitting around for like an hour.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Is it worth rolling a?
I don't think it's
Big-
worth rolling.
yeah,
it.
probably
My
is,
one
actually.
hit dice.
I mean, when
Oh, there
else
we
am
go.
gonna
I
use
got
it?
my healing to work.
Nice. Nature's harvest.
That.
Wait, did we
There's
get that
definitely a-
anyway?
Is that just to you or?
I was just seeing if I could make it work.
Oh, fuck it! I'll roll a hit dice.
It's like gibberish. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Boom. Well, that
I've
feels like a
already
waste.
healed myself. Yeah, I'm back up to full health. I've only got one spell slot left. Leave.
Man, the number of times I've used OBS to try and move my character. It's becoming a
Makes
thing.
sense.
Are we staying here or are we leaving?
No, we can go now, right? Like we're
We can
dry.
go
The
now, yeah.
only reason
Like-
for being here is to dry off and stuff.
Do I have time to carve up some meat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
of
take
course,
some
you
meat.
do whatever you want with them.
I'll see if I can
Yeah,
get some
How
pelts
many
as well.
rations? How many rations worth would you say was there?
20.
Or how much we could do in like the time of a short rest? Was it an hour?
I guess whilst the others are getting firewood, really.
See, it's
Oh,
not
yeah, we've got
cured
time
meats.
for-
It's not like jerky or anything. So you've only got a sell by date on that thing to go by. So
Fucking freezing down here.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
fine.
yeah, no, let's say you just
Too
like have a
cold for-
ration per wolf.
So 4 rations,
I'd say
one
that.
each.
Yeah, 4 rations.
I'll take a ration.
Because you're also concerned about the
Right.
smoke like building up,
You
because
take
it is
one.
building up in like pockets around you and things like that.
Yeah.
It's
you
not
take the
like a
one, I'll
it's-
take the 3.
yeah. It's not like a smooth roof where it all gets filtered out. It's like
That's
the
alright,
cave
it'll be-
kind of
Just turn into jerky, it'd be fine.
Yeah, you smoky wolf.
Turns out I got a flask of oil here. Cool, that's good to know.
So should we all mark down extra ration?
Yeah. Keep track of
Right,
your
12.
rations.
Yeah.
It matters out here.
How many pelts do you reckon I can get, or how much fur do you reckon I can get? For the purpose of selling
Fur?
on, or
Well, there are cuts in it and things like that. So let's go with half. You could have half.
half a
Hang on.
pelt.
Who's taking pelts? Who's taking the rations? Because Davey Boy said he's taking 3 of the rations.
I
and
mean,
I
then-
want to
I'll
take
just
as
take
much
'em one.
meat as possible.
Yeah, just have
So
2
if there's
pelts.
4 rations in
That's fine.
total, that means that me and Zafira are, if they're doing it while we're not there, will not be taking any of it.
I'm like, I don't care if I have to put like an entire wolf into like a bag or something. Just
I just
drag
wanna-
it behind me. I have some hemp rope. I can just
I don't-
drag a wolf corpse.
I don't want to
behind
put
me.
down 1 ration if that isn't what's
Yeah.
happening.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
trying to get as much meat as possible, so like people
Yeah.
can eat in good meat. Basically, is my plan.
I
So I'll
won't mark
take one of
down.
the rations. I guess Dave has the other 3. If you need to distribute.
Yeah, I
later.
won't write anything down.
Yeah, I'll
Happy to
put it
share it
sense.
with people. I just
I already have
that's
some.
what
So
I'm doing while they're firewooding and
Yeah.
while we're short resting. Just clouding up. So I just heal myself with the cure wounds anyway, so I don't need to rest. Use a hit
got fucking
die.
10 of them. Fucking hell.
Enough rations to last or what?
Half
Yeah.
rations.
Joys of
Double
taking a
rash.
starter set. Because-
Okay.
I got bed.
So-
I didn't even realise.
yeah, the only thing I brought was a tent. So I thought it'd be useful.
My common clothes. It's right, guys. I got a whip. I'll just keep cracking it. That'll warm us up with the energy coming out the end of it.
Yes, we'll take down the tent then, and then we'll head out. Head the way that you both went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
assume the otters are with us. Like
The
I
otters
assume
are
they're
with
coming.
you.
I
Yeah,
will
so
be
I
petting
put
the
my tent
otters.
away back in its whatever hodl or whatever's on my back.
Do we wish to carry the otters one under each arm and just like talk? to them?
Also, just in case, I wrote down that I got the boots with magic in quotation marks. I was
You got
like,
the boots.
I got the
Okay.
boots. Magical. So yeah,
Magical
it's
pig.
on my character sheet, just in case.
Okay.
Cool.
Just for a bit of, you can get out. Everyone give me a acrobatics check to see how you
Oh, my
navigate
dexterity
these.
so bad.
Not going back up the same narrow kind of.
Well, the
wild
thing is that they're ice slides, they're ice chutes. They're quite treacherous.
Oh
I just
yeah,
want to see if any of you need extra help. So
I'm
yeah.
surprisingly
Looks
good.
like it's the one
Dex
who
one.
is meant to be acrobatic. Needs help again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you got the
Yeah.
best. You got the best dex
Yeah.
out of all of us.
Okay, so group effort, you make it out. You also manage to get the wolves out, although once or twice your footing kind of slips and you start to slide,
grab.
but one of you like puts your hand out and grabs the other, that kind of thing. So
Good job
you
I'm in the
make it
middle this time,
outside.
huh?
I just
it
tie a
takes
rope
you-
around me and Emilia and just start walking up.
I
And
do have a
it takes
rope.
you about 3 hours to get back, so you've got a bit of a trek to get back, but you're all not soaking wet anymore, so you're okay.
Nice.
Sick.
Spritzel happily trots on alongside you all. He is overjoyed that you all survived.
Can we ask him why he has a British accent?
You can't do it. It's just the way he talks. You can
Got a
see
funny
that.
accent.
Yeah, you can
You're
see that he
concerned
wears
with why
jewelry.
the talking author has a specific accent.
It's not every day you meet talking animals for one. That itself was quite bizarre, but to speak in such...
But the accent's one step too far.
Oh no, I never said the accent was one step too far. I'm merely just curious in nature as to why the otter speaks with said accent. But considering that the accent that the otter speaks with is not regional to this part.
Say now, there's no need for a squabble.
Is
Oh,
that a
dear.
squabble? I'm genuinely curious.
We need to
As am I,
together.
friend, as am I. But more so into the otter's regional accent.
He also looks a bit confused.
I have many questions.
I think we all have many questions in life, but we will get those answers if we keep searching for them.
So as time
guess-
goes by, you
oh.
eventually get back to the cave entrance that you went into.
I just want to do one thing
came out of.
before.
We could search for the questions, for the answers, or we could ask this author right now. Author, like,
Yes.
let's start with when did you learn to talk?
Maybe a month ago or so.
This is no ordinary
That's
animal.
quite
Who
okay.
who taught you to talk?
Who taught me to talk? There was a two-legger called Varanus.
Varanus?
Varus.
Two-legger.
I can't, it's hard to remember his name, but Varnis.
How are you spelling that?
Varnis.
Varnus.
Yeah,
Like
Varnis.
varnish without the H.
I called him
Yeah.
Varnus two-legger. Varnish.
He made it so
hell.
that I could speak.
Let's see.
Oh,
Who is this
Magic.
man?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but that answers all of my questions.
I have many questions, but now is not the time for questions.
It
Now we
was
must
sarcasm.
return. Ah, sarcasm, I see.
Could tell by the change in my tone of voice.
I could tell by the way you walk.
What tone
Yeah,
of
one
voice?
thing I want to do just before we go back to the cave.
Yeah.
So I walk over and tap Emilia on the shoulder. Well, probably like on the elbow, I guess, because she's so much taller than
Ah!
me.
Oh no, I'm fine now. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
go,
It's your leg, not your shoulder.
Yeah.
wow, you didn't do so well in the last encounter. I thought I'd give you a bit of luck. And I give you my vigilant blessing. So you
Ooh.
get advantage on your next initiative roll.
How long does it last?
Until you roll or until I give it to someone else.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, next combat encounter, you get advantage on initiative. Since you're the one who fell over, so I'm like,
So
He's
what's
a
it
little
called?
bit
Vigilant
clumsy.
blessing.
yeah.
It's a scampity.
So I give her, so I give her like a helping hand.
I'm not used to you
Advantage on
being so
initiative,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so you get advantage on your next
One
initiative roll.
combat encounter.
Dave's role playing as a nice person. He's really going out there.
Yeah,
I'm-
nice.
Cleric,
Thank you.
Shante,
Very,
I'm good.
I'm gonna try something real crazy.
I don't want to be an evil cleric.
very thoughtful.
Evil
Gwen,
clerics
thank
are
you.
fun. But yeah. So, no
The,
worries. No worries.
The slide was not for me.
She nods. Yeah. Quinn nods. Sorry. This is a harsh climate. You'll soon adapt.
I hope so. For my sake.
2 months in this place, and I can tell you one thing: you don't adapt.
They haven't mentioned it, but I'm
Zikura
also
looks at the otter and is like,
you.
"Don't lie to her."
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I'm like, you don't adapt.
No, I'm supportive. I am the Mary Poppins of our group.
I'm just honest.
So you eventually make your way back into the cave.
Surprisingly, Zufira likes Cassius. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that.
Where is it? That one.
Good bridge.
He's honest and competent.
Just like
You can
Zyrus.
get firewood out of a
Yes.
tree. It's in whip.
Yes, if we're going back to the cave with the walrus and that, I guess I'll be
Yeah.
nearest the front.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be near the front.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle
Thing
or
is-
middle back.
Yeah. Obviously, I have my weapons put away.
By the way, I've had my
Just
hood
in
up the
case.
entire time. Like, no, it's not really. You've probably
We've
seen
all
like.
got hoods up. It's
Same.
like
Yeah.
-30 outside.
No, I meant like you've probably only really. I don't know if you've seen much of my
I
like
have,
face,
like,
apart from the goatee.
scalps, I have hoods. I have fur-lined like
I
t-shirts.
guess you've probably seen the golden eyes through the darkness, like.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I guess it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think having exposed skin in the Arctic is a bad plan.
yeah. I've got goggles,
like a
fucking
lot
face
of
mask.
like completely
Probably
covered.
like
Yeah,
wrapped
normally
up under
people
like
are
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like-
yeah.
the eyes are popping out, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If you got
So you
those,
get
like,
back in
no
there.
blindness sunglasses on, like thin slits.
They're all here, and like the otter runs up to Mother Tusk, and like there's a little bit of chatter backwards and forwards, and then runs back. There's like another otter in here for some reason. I don't know. It's random animals I chose.
Does no one care about me? I didn't even run away.
I don't question it anymore.
We're in
and
Narnia now,
Mother
boys.
Tusk goes, "Gosh, you got him back. That's really I'm really grateful
I'm just gonna go a bit forward.
for you all.
Mm.
I'm very
We've
glad
done
that
what
you've
we
all
could.
that you're all back safe. Is everyone okay?"
Yes, thank you.
I healed us who needed healing. Everyone is healthy, and we've attained food for our town.
It's really good. I can see you must be still cold from being out there for so long. I'll have my family get a fire going. And you can see her motion to like her other family members, and they all go off and like they start pulling things together, and in 15 minutes there'll be like a small fire going.
I would definitely help. Like if they're
Okay.
if they're getting things, I would help them pick up and
Yeah.
move stuff wherever they want it or wherever they're trying to put it, just so that obviously we're not we're not completely incapable ourselves. We also we want to help to show that working together,
I did
human.
Excuse the pun,
or-
but I'm just going to chill.
Want
Yeah.
to help to get it done faster and not
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
She says that you are free to take your rest here and stay as long as you like.
I just want to sit down for 5 minutes and pet the animals. Like I'm so like I'm
all
loving
the
it.
animals.
I'm just like anyone that wants to be petted, I'm like stroking the otters and the wolves if they want it. If they don't want it, like I won't force it upon them.
You'll
no
find
means
that
no.
you'll find that the wolves are a bit more standoffish. The
Phil.
otters are very playful, and the beaver just likes the pets.
Okay, cool. Definitely playing with the otters.
Phil, I do have, which I'm surprised has came up in this, but I do have quite a nice kettle. That's kind of got my family's like
You have a kettle.
sign on it.
Okay, yeah.
I was wondering if I could brew tea.
I guess so if you know how, and you've got the supplies here. There's a fire going.
Brew it for the
I
walrus.
spent like a gold to have this like nice kettle and like tea.
Okay.
There's plenty of water around all this ice.
Yeah.
So like
And it's probably fresh as well.
it's like dried tea. But like,
Ah.
Yeah.
No,
You
I meant
make
the water.
something of
Sorry,
it.
the water's probably
oh,
fresh.
the water's very fresh.
Yeah,
Yes, it's like straight from the ice.
So we should probably mark off rations. And I was thinking, are we doing the same thing that Dave did, where we simplify it to one ration per day, or do you want to do
Yeah.
realistic because we're doing?
One a day is probably.
I mean, one a day.
Well, it depends. I don't know if Phil's balanced it for.
When you're in here, they provide food for you.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
That's
So
it.
if you sleep
assume-
here, you get food. This is like a base
I
camp.
provide the tea.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I long as it
assume
makes
that
sense, right?
Phil's reading from a book. The book is balanced with D&D default rules, where I believe it's 2 rations per day.
I thought it was one. I don't know.
Well, that's what we did in the last campaign. 'cause it
One
was
is fine.
simpler.
Just keep it like that. Keep it how we've been doing it throughout the
One's
world.
just easier. One a day.
I
can
imagine
you
one a
just
day
you
is like
just
your army based like ration
yeah.
box pack.
Well,
You
you
know,
just do
you've
it
got
on your
everything in
long
it.
rest, then, don't you?
Yeah.
You just do it on a long rest, and you have to worry
Yeah.
about.
That's what I always did. Spritzel comes up to whilst you're so a few things will happen whilst you're all resting for this time. I am assuming you're doing like a long rest sort of thing.
I mean, it makes sense from my
Yeah.
character's perspective.
Yeah.
So in these 8 hours or so, you can see everyone's moving around. They're all doing like tasks. Um, they're all intelligent. They all talk. Um, the only ones that don't talk were the otters that were with Spritzel. Funny enough, it's like Spritzel seems to be just the leader of this little family of otters, because I think that's how they work or whatever.
Hmm.
And he comes up to let's see, Cassius comes up to you, and he gives you like, these are my little trinkets that I found. I would like you to have them as a thanks. And they're just like little jewelry trinkets he's just gotten throughout his tiny little life.
I guess
But
like as I
these,
bend down, I'm like, my, you have good taste, and he's like looking them over, and they're like quite impressive for what they are.
yeah.
But
He's
he
like,
says
I'm really proud of them.
he says to him, it's like, but friend, these are things you have collected. You know, you should keep these. It's your collection. Like, merely you helping us out with those wolves and us bringing you back was all we really needed. You know, and we've made friends. This is more than enough.
Definitely a friend,
Damn
and that
straight.
is why I want you to have these. I
So
have
I,
many myself.
so I just pat him on the head and I say, I'm like, well, that is very kind of you. I will take these and treasure these. And he picks them up and like opens his cloak and like has like a satchel down
Yeah.
there and just like slides him into the and keeps him. And he's
Oh,
like,
cool.
that's very kind of you, friend.
Thank you, thank you. I was going to see to my brothers, and he like runs off. There's another thing that happens. So Emilia,
Yes.
Mother Tusk comes up to you,
Okay.
As a feast.
and she drops 2 scrolls in front of you
Right.
and says, "I think these will help you greatly with the rest of the tasks that I have."
Oh, lovely. What are they?
I believe you two-leggers call them spell scrolls. They have
Okay.
these weird, funny markings on them that you will probably understand them greater than I will.
Sure.
And she like rasps, and there's like splutter of spit at your feet.
Nice. This is the walrus, right?
Yeah.
I pet the walrus. So thank you, friend. I appreciate the gesture. I
Like,
have no doubt these would be
slide.
useful in our endeavors.
So they are
Can
2
I
spell scrolls you can mark on your list.
can I see, I guess, either roll arcana or intelligence, see if I can figure out what they are?
Yes. Because unless you've got, I should imagine magic items are, unless you've got a way of identifying them, then you don't know what they do. You would simply just like read out the runes and then they do something.
Yeah. Okay. I probably just keep hold of them then, because I don't think I'll be able to identify what they are because I'm not really a magic user.
You could
Yeah.
ask the cleric. Just
Oh, you could
saying.
ask the cleric. I'll come back to that one.
There is a great little clip of something like that happening, which I'll link later.
Nice.
So that happens. So everybody has a good rest.
Heal up, heal up.
Heal up.
Nice. I think I am full. I get my hit dice back though.
Yeah. So you didn't waste it after all.
No.
Right.
So do any of you want to say anything to each other during these 8 hours? If not, it'll pretty much be the next day
I
when
mean,
have
I'm
the next thing
always up.
happens.
I'm always up for chatting about like the the brewery I work in, about like the inns we supply. You know how I'm my mission. Yeah, I'm an open book.
Cool.
I
I'll go up to
go on.
Quinn and I'll say, Quinn, we the friendly walrus presented me with these, I presume to be spell scrolls. However, I am not entirely sure what they do. Being versed in magic, I was hoping you might be able to help me identify what these scrolls do. Would you mind taking a look for me?
Not.
Hand over the two
Wow.
scrolls.
I go. Well, let me have a look. I kind of look at them. I'm like,
Eh,
Okay, I turned to go. Unfortunately, I'm not of the wizard persuasion. My magic comes from Dante's blessing upon me. I don't know what these markings mean.
fair enough.
Pretty sure that's how it works in game. I don't think a cleric can identify a wizard's scroll.
Depending on how you want to do this, Phil, my mother was a wizard, so unless I could roll particularly high to try and read them and say what they are, but if you don't want me to do that, that's fine.
I would say you would have to roll particularly high for you to remember something from back long ago. If you get like a the
Hang on,
DC would be really
The
high.
problem with like identifying wizard scrolls is it's like that particular wizard's like way of inscribing arcana. Kind of hard to like identify.
I will try, and you can decide what comes of it if you want.
Yeah,
Because you just
can-
overhear the conversation
anybody-
and come and have a look
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
I'd probably come up and come
It's not a
across.
very big area. I'm sure we
Yeah.
can all hear what everyone's saying.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
probably just say, I'm like, wizard. You say these were potentially wizard spells? My mother is a wizard. I may be able to help. I can't promise much, but there is a chance I may be able to tell you what these are.
Sure, have at
How's
it.
how's-
I mean, not.
No.
I'm all for rolling the dice and seeing what
I-
happens. But
I look at
it's
them-
a
I look at them-
one-time use.
don't know.
I look at them and I'm like, stare at them for a minute, and I'm like, these are definitely wizard spells. I'm
I
like,
mean, there's
I'm-
runes on them.
Of some kind.
I'm like, my memory. Oh, I say, I'm sorry, friend. I thought I may be able to help here, but unfortunately, I recognize these runes, but what the end is, I don't know. I'm afraid. But
No
I
worries.
would warn you: don't mess with magic too much. If you're not versed in it, it could cause some
I nod.
unholy effects.
Yeah. I have no intention of treading the unknown with
What-
a spell
what-
that I do not know. But out of curiosity, where's the nearest town from here? Maybe there is a I don't know, someone there that can help. I do also need supplies.
I believe they said East Haven was the nearest place
Ah, yes.
Okay.
where the tunnels came out. I'm from Goodmead myself. You're more than happy to board with me there if you require a place to rest.
I do require
Uh,
lodgings. I am, well, as you can tell, new in these parts. So yes, I would welcome the aid. Plus, I definitely need to stock up on supplies. I have gold and nothing to spend it on currently. But lots of things I need, clearly.
Like supplies. As long as you like to eat fish, we have more than enough supplies in
There's plenty of
Goodmead.
fish.
Hmm.
Yeah. What's the name of the main town? Brynshanda?
Brynshanda.
Yeah.
Brynshanda, yeah. So Brynshanda is the main town of the 10 towns. If you wish to spend more gold, I'd recommend going there.
Sure.
During
good.
the like 8 hours, I probably approach Emilia and say, I noticed you had quite the blade there, and I was like, may I? Like,
Of
he puts his
course.
hand out, and like you pass the blade to him, and he's got like, and he balances it like
It's
perfectly in his
really
hand.
well balanced.
Yeah, and he's like this, and then like
I
flips it
definitely
around,
roll my eyes.
and like
Nice.
it's like looking over it, and he's like, it's like,
Quite the connoisseur of the blade there, Cassius. I see you
That,
are well versed in martial weapons. I take that blade off of him.
yeah, I hand it back.
This was a gift from actually one of my father's friends. This It's interesting. My father is a bit of a legend in the city of Waterdeep, and I've forever been living in his shadow. Seems
Did you
even
say
now
that?
his influence
Waterdeep, you
is
say?
Oh
known.
no, I would have left Waterdeep, I think, before the
Mhm.
last campaign happened. Because I've been
Yeah.
up here about 20 years.
Yeah,
I
I
would think, yeah, I'd probably just say, oh, I'm from Waterdeep as well.
Really?
I was a member of the Fellowship of Innkeepers before I had my divine message. Ooh,
Our
must have
family
been
knows them well. Yes,
20 years ago.
we deal with them a lot. We owned a tavern ourselves, the family. Once upon a time, I believe one of his friends took it on.
Hmm.
After
Yeah, I'm very interested.
we had our adventures, but
I
well, I say we, my father. It's
Mm.
always about my father. My father this, my
Hmm.
father that. Honestly, it's about time I stood away from his or stepped out of his shadow, and hence why I'm here
I
to
know.
make a name for myself.
if your father was the one to give you that blade, that is a mighty weapon to have at your side.
It
It
was
seems like they have good choice.
indeed. It was actually his friend's blades that as a gift from an elf, long
Ah,
remembered.
that is why I've realized the balance was the quality that it is. I felt that kind of performance before.
Are you an elf?
Is it-
No.
Out of curiosity.
He chucks it at this point. He's just like, well, fuck it, and he just
Dun, dun,
chucks the
dun.
head back. And to you, if you're human, basically humans see me as an elf, and elves see me as a human. But
What
Okay.
does a halfling see you as?
I don't know. But
A giant.
a giant, yeah.
So big!
But he pulls the head down, and it's like blonde, long blonde hair, like these golden eyes, this beard, and he says, "I am." Well, I'm more of a rare breed. I'm a half elf, half human, half elf. But I did grow up a good chunk of my life with my elven side of the family. But my father was a high-ranking officer in Neverwinter. He taught me many things about weapons. I was one of the quartermasters there.
When you say like you're a rare breed, I like definitely either like tap you on the knee if you're standing, because I'm
Yeah.
just sitting drinking tea. See. Ah, it must be divine providence. You're a halfling, and I'm a halfling as well. I just kind of like laugh to myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
If
He
you're
says,
tries not to laugh, he's just like,
yeah. I'm like, very well observed, little one. And he's just like, yeah,
You're the oldest person in the group,
yeah.
basically.
He's just like,
Young
yeah,
I
one.
think so.
Little youngling.
a little youngling.
I am 45.
Yeah, I'm 29.
Definitely the father
But
of the group.
yeah, but yeah,
You
he's
look pretty
Oh,
young.
sorry, mother of the group. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Call me mummy.
he says,
mummy
he says, yes,
Faircable.
I
Say this, you're not the oldest in the group.
yeah. Cassius says to them, it's like it's not often that I would show myself, hence the cloak. I find that you kind of, when you're in this position, you kind of get treated as an outsider wherever you go, and that even happened both in my homeland. So I don't tend to show myself too much if I can avoid it.
My friend, you have nothing to fear from me. I have grown up among all manner of races throughout Winterdeep. Trust me, my father, as much as I despise the guy, he knows everyone, literally.
My father has an elf friend, it's fine.
Yes. He knows dragonborns, halflings, everything, you name it. He's an influential man. Don't get me wrong, I love him as any daughter loves his father. But
Definitely
it's
say.
always I'm always seen as my father's daughter, and I'm sick of it. It's about time I went my own way.
Kind of say to like both of you, say, up here on the edge of civilization, I know goblins who
Goblins and those.
contribute to society here, orcs who also help. There's no need to live in the shadow here.
It seems Icewind Dale does attract the outsiders. The
Mm.
strange, the weird. I've started to see
Man's
my fair
word
share.
could be worth a lot here.
Hmm.
Not who is father. We have no care for who people are before they come here.
Neither does the winds or the blizzard, for not cares for
Mm.
where you're from. It just wishes to take you from this plane.
I
It
nod very
does-
severely.
Does seem like our paths are aligned, Quinn. For what it's worth, your issue very much falls in line with my own. My trade route issue seems to be very closely linked with this maiden,
Mm.
and
look
you
very
seem quite
serious.
fond of dispatching this maiden yourself. So, dare I say, I
Yeah.
think it might be wise that we align ourselves, at least for now. See where the wind takes us, and you know.
Yeah, no, you do not realize just how bad things are up here. There's people sacrificing to the maiden, people wanting to carry her favor. Years of endless winter. Life has been hard. I would take any help, but I want to end this blight on the land.
Indeed.
In
Don't
line
mistake
with-
me. My goals lie little with the people of this area, so much as it is an issue for me, and I think this is a way for me to prove myself in my father's
know.
eyes. In any case, I'd be glad to aid you, at least for now.
It's it seems.
Quinn looks like really bummed out.
Yeah, I get Cassius at
The
this
kind
point.
of enormity of the challenge ahead of her is kind of weighing down on like her morale.
Cassius says to
It's serious shit.
these two is like, as you have shown me kindness and not treated me like many people have that I am used to, of course, I will help you see out this issue. But I myself do wish to leave this place. I believe our dwarven friend also wishes to leave. And the sooner we can get rid of this problem that is plaguing this land, the sooner we can get out of this hellhole and be on to greener pastures, as they say.
The will of Shantae is my will. Agriculture cannot flourish in the land of eternal winter.
And flourish it shall.
Indeed.
And with that, with those thoughts, you all bed down for the remainder of the 8 hours.
Cool. I think that would
And
be
yeah.
quite a good time to sort of
when
end
you
or wrap
all,
up.
I will just read you this last bit and we'll
Of
leave it
course.
there.
Yeah, no problem.
Once you're all awake again and you've eaten your morning food, Mother Tusk is sat there nursing her calf, listening to her family chitter around her. She turns a whisker and glances in your direction. Not far from here is a hot spring that keeps part of our flowing water hot and far from freezing over. We get fresh water and access to food from here. The spring has stopped flowing and we're suffering for it. I've sent a scout to investigate, but she hasn't returned. Can you find out what has happened to her and the hot spring? And with that, we shall leave it there.
One small detail you may have overheard if you were a light sleeper or an early waker, Zufira having very weird talk to herself in her sleep. That's all.
I
Emilia
am
is
a
quite a
human,
heavy
so
sleeper, to be honest. Probably the last one up.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't. Yeah.
I don't know about I'm like half human,
The
half
animals,
elf, so I fuck knows how I sleep.
I'll say what I do in lab. Timeout, end of sesh. That's good.
Nice.
Well done, boys.
Not a bad first session.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was fun
Yeah,
for
it
you
was
all
good.
and for everybody watching.
Indeed.
Certainly
good
hope so.
times. And thank you if you've tuned in.
Listening to us ramble for
Many more to come.
Yeah.
Stick with us. It will get better as we go
we'll
along.
die.
Yeah.
It does say it'll get better. We have
I
our
reckon it
style,
will,
and I think we're
No, we're doing all right.
Nah, it's great.
We're
What are
not
you
gonna get
talking
any
about?
better at all. We're already perfect.
Hmm. Oh
This
yeah,
is the
Levi,
pinnacle
you
right
don't
here.
Anything
try.
that's all going to go downhill.
Yeah, I don't think I
Yeah,
did
that's
because
you right.
I'm human. Yeah.
Yeah, half elves sleep the same as
It's
a
human,
human.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't transform.
And we're playing again in 2 weeks' time, aren't we?
Correct.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
go live every other Monday at 7:30 GMT. I believe that's
Hopefully.
11:30 Pacific time,
Hopefully,
and
definitely.
can't remember what the other time is for Eastern. But
Free.
it'll be in the description below if you want to check out if you're from that region.
The 24th of January, which is in 2 weeks' time.
Correct. That'll be our next session.
Please.
Yeah, thank you all so very much for tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. We do respond to comments. I guess it's time to do
certainly
a couple of outros just so that people know where to find us if you want to
Yeah.
follow our own personal channels. Obviously, collectively, we are. Sorry, one second.
Oh, you ruined it.
I am, yeah, Worldshaper Games. And so myself personally, you can find me at youtube.com/DonHayes. We've also got Facebook Don Hayes and Twitter at Don Hayes. So if you like playthroughs, streams, and cinematic movies, then yeah, I follow all of. I create content for that on YouTube.
Ooh.
Zafira or Greg, do you want to do yourself a little outro?
Aye. You can find me at Egregious Games on YouTube. I also do Twitch and Twitter, but mostly I'm on YouTube. So go there, and it'll be hopefully linked in the description for many of you, it seems, who do not know how to spell egregious. It's fine. No shame, you disgusting.
Egregious,
No,
I heard.
Gregus.
Gregorious Games?
Gregorious
I've
Games,
heard
that
all
also
sorts.
works.
All kinds of pronunciations.
And they all work.
Yeah. If you want to come and watch me, and forget about these other two, don't watch their content. Come watch my stuff.
What
Over
about my content?
and Dave's content. Come over to the Engineering Bay on YouTube. There's mixed content on there if you like retro content, if you want opinions, if you want random live streams of random games. It all happens usually on a weekly basis. So YouTube/the Engineering Bay. Engineering Bay on Twitter, Engineering Bay on Facebook, and yeah, fun gaming related. What's not to like?
Good.
People who like D&D might also like video games?
There's a
It's a
crossover
crazy
there.
Spoiler.
overlap. Wouldn't have guessed.
I mean, by the time my next session happens, I should be the band again.
Nice.
I guess Cosmonaut and Creature on YouTube as well. If you want to listen to my old band.
Yeah, let's go.
So on SoundCloud,
Was that
Cosmonaut
Cosmonaut
and Creature.
Cosmonaut and
Cosmonaut
Creature.
and Creature. On SoundCloud, YouTube, used to be on Spotify, but we stopped paying for it.
I
Oh,
think
My new
I'm
band will
the-
be happening soon.
I'm
like
the only
sci-fi
one that doesn't do YouTube in the same capacity that these guys do.
he is gonna start his own channel and play Civ. That's gonna be his thing.
Yeah.
Red Death.
I've been playing Civ now forever, yeah.
Red Death.
Stream on
But
my
you might
channel.
you might find me in a game in the future that they do. I don't know.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Spicy.
All right, folks. Well, thank you once
Yeah.
again for tuning in. And we will be back on January the 24th, which is not next Monday, the following Monday.
Following Mondays.
And as always, until next time, peace.
Thank you.
Yay.
Bye.